I'm back. Uh-oh. Great, now my thing just stopped. It's acting up. Come on back, baby. Come on back. I want to hear my song. Let's see if it starts now. Oh, I forgot the restream chat. Hope it's not gonna play. Gosh darn it. It doesn't want to play. It doesn't want to play. All right, let me try one thing real quick for you guys. There we go. Now we're back. Oh man, my thing's not gonna work now. I wanted to play my song. I'm totally out of it today. Look at this. I even forgot my don't have my chat on. Give me a second. I'm running late because I was eating French fries and fish sticks. And there goes my phone. Turn that off. Oh man, I gotta put in traffic lights. Don't you hate this? Are you a real person? Click on the traffic lights. Invalid email or password. Uh-oh. Nothing's going right now. That's not working either. Okay, you know what? Let's just open up YouTube over here. And I can read the chat comments over here. Man, see what happens? You go away for half a month or whatever the hell I went away for. Almost a full month. And nothing works. It says I'm live here. Here we go. We can read the comments over here. There we go. Here's the comments. What's up, Ultimate? Let's see. Hope is here. Cora's here. Sagittarius is here. Wayne is here. Alex is here. Snookies is here. Sneaky Pete, Josephine. What's up, guys? All right, let me see if I can find my damn. Let me get this to log in. How's everybody doing? How about that? Did you guys miss me? Who missed me? I don't know why my password. Oh, maybe that's why I spelled gmail.com wrong. I spelled gmail.com B. Invalid email. The heck? I'm logged in the restream over here. I can't get my chat to work right now. Let me try one more time. I think I had to change my password. I forget. Don't you hate that when they're like, you have used this password before. You need to use a new password. Stairs. Now I gotta do stairs. Stairs, 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 stare, verify. Oh, now it's going through. Hooray, it worked this time. Snooki says she missed me lots. What's up, Ultimate again? Hope again. So what's going on, guys? You can see Panda Bear's back there crashing out. Now I can see everybody up on the screen. Now if I can just get this thing to work. Because this is the one that has my song on it. It lights up, but the whole board doesn't come on. See, it lights up. Oh, there it goes. Now I can play my song. There we go. We haven't done my song in a while, right? Damn, I need a shot already. Are you here already, Drunk Uncle? Oh yeah, I am forgetting something. I'm going here. I went in here, I just didn't join.
Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk Uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know.
Hold on, let me put this on here. There we go, he's showing up. Gotta have a drunk. A drunk? I gotta have a drunk. I must be still freaking tripping from yesterday.
Along with John Wick and Steve Pence. Johnny Humor, he got the right diet. Mr. Nice
Damn,
Guy,
Panda.
looking heavy, I might try it. Maddie,
Ooh, that burns.
we all know the Lord is coming back for his people. Come get some J, yeah, trade for Trump. We all love Willow Pie, Brick got the plug. What's up to Kim Toe? I got to say hello.
What's up from Alberta, Canada?
Emily Graham, got the Lincoln like Pronto. Jim Bob's a silly guy, Deborah's head honcho. Gene Spratt and Gene Smith, don't confuse them.
Oh yeah, I spilled shit last night. You know, you would have think being off the air for a couple weeks that I would have fucking cleaned up or something. Nah. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Here comes the monster. Bonnie.
No, we don't play around. These minds just might lay you out. If you wild out, Carol will put you
I got his favorite strawberry yogurt treats.
Find out if you're anti from BLM, you can ride out. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's
You know,
go.
just woke up.
Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours of chat like strange animals.
Yeah, get rid of that one.
Drunk uncle, a great host, and we got
Let me go
50
check out
miles
if
to go.
anybody's
Let's
watching
go.
us over here.
Carla, India, Colorado, Nagasaki, Dara, Nicole. We all
Let's see who's watching us on Rumble.
Harley, Bill Mega Sheepdog, I never sorry. Listen to the future, Matt Rogers and AI. We all got bread to kill and we stay
Yeah, I got 4 people watching on Rumble.
Yo, drunk uncle,
Grab another beer. I got fucking 2, what do they call it, Rumbles?
all patriots, yeah, we know the team.
I got 2 Rumbles over here on Rumble. Uh-oh, Colorado girl is over there in Rumble. I gotta watch 2 monitors now.
Penelope, DJT, and Sugar, and Brownie, and Panda, and Rooster.
I think we're gonna make this a fun night.
Al from Idaho. Bounce and Dorothy ain't no rhinos. Everybody in the chat with shady links. If I write another verse, Corey's paying me.
Think he wants another treat, huh?
David Aguilar. Yeah, we some mega stars. Eden, Daisy, and Kelly.
Titty 1, titty 2. What's up, hot damn?
It's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle.
I'm gonna take some more of these right now. You know what these do? They actually, they don't give me, they just wake me up. It's like drinking a Monster.
It's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready,
I tried 1 the first time. Yesterday I tried 2.
If you agree or
So today I'm gonna try 3.
Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got
Does anybody know what I'm eating other than Drunk Uncle?
Drunk uncle, a great host, and we got 50 miles for the trolls.
Let's roll. You can't have chocolate. Who can guess what I'm about to eat? Oh yeah, Hope knows what this is. That's right. You can't have none of this, Munster. He missed you guys. I don't know, Andy, maybe. The federal judge in Florida. Go away. Go away. Go away. There's a cold over there in North Carolina. Uh-oh, Matt Rogers is here. We're in trouble. Yeah, I gotta shave.
Don't pay attention. Woo! 2021. We're in the house. Trucks coming.
What the heck are you drinking? That's not Bud.
Conservative.
Oh, he's drinking the PBR again.
You forgot the one in the chamber.
Only time I ever drank PBR, we were at a bar and they had a special. It was like $1 a glass or something like that. Oh yeah, I guess I should take this. So it kicks in before the end, even though it probably won't kick in. Little chocolate
They
here.
just you hyper. Are you sure it's got psilocybin in it?
Well, I wouldn't say it makes me hyper. It just I don't fall asleep when I eat these. I stay up and I think about shit.
Well, yeah.
So I start coming up with all these new show ideas and shit like that.
Oh, whenever you're ready to try those ones, I told you that the same ones that I have, I can tell you how much to take if you really want to.
These ones?
Yep. I took how many? I think there's 15 pieces in there. It should say on the back of the box something about the walls melting.
I don't know. I need new glasses.
15 pieces, maybe. I think I took 8.
You took 8 of these?
Yeah.
You're right. 15 pieces. You're right.
15 pieces. Yeah. So I took 7
What's up,
or 8.
Wayne? Mike Jones. I went to Oakland a couple weeks ago because I had to give Taiho a ride home.
Don't go there.
Huh?
Then I don't think anything. That was the first thing that worked on me in 15 years.
Oh, really? So
yeah,
Nothing
worked.
These are magic mushroom candy bars, 3.5 grams. This one's called, I forget what the name of this one. Mantra Immortals. These are the really light ones. These are the ones I got last time. These are called Old School Teacher or something like that. Golden Teacher, that's what it is. Golden Teacher. Same ones I got last time. So these are the 2 really high powered ones then. This one's called Golden Door. And I mean, look how fancy dancy that comes in. And Drunk Uncle says this one really fucks you up. Look at that. We get the same kind of Is that a brand new one?
There's like a piece or 2 missing, but I've had this one for a while. I like to space mine out. I after I've done it so many times, I don't like to do it just to be doing it. Because when I do it, I'd like to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, see,
I like to get down and think I'm a gorilla and shit.
Well, that's my problem. I've never had these before, and I've seen you act like that. So I'm taking a little bit at a time. Slowly building.
But you're just building up a tolerance, probably, though.
Yeah, but I don't want to go running into my stepdad's house and freak him out because I'm all freaking psyched up on freaking mushrooms.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
You don't want nothing bad to happen. So, everybody, did you miss us? Colorado Girl says, I sent you an email of a mouse in space. You sent me an email about a mouse in space. All right, I'll check it out. I keep forgetting. I got to look over here and check out this side. So what you been up to, Drunk Uncle?
Oh, geez. Probably a lot. How long has it been?
I think like 3 weeks.
Like Christmas time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike says we got a shroom in North Carolina called Blue Legs and Big Laughing Jims.
I guess somewhat of a lot. I ended up getting me some mats so I can grapple better at the house. I changed gyms, and I believe I'm going to be doing a tournament in May. It's called Tap Out Cancer in Charlotte.
What's up, Irving? In May, you're going to be doing a competition, huh?
Yeah, they said it's a real. Coach says that it's one of his favorite things to go to.
David?
He's like, it's not like a huge commercial deal, but he's like, it's one of the few like foundations or events where they donate damn near 100% of their proceeds to what they're fighting for. In this case, it's cancer.
Oh, nice.
So it's called.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, you want to know how naive I'm about stuff like that? I remember, so my mom had cancer and she died of cancer. But like when she first got it and she was in the hospital, you know, I'm an Elks member and we had all this stuff for cancer. And one of the guys at the Elks, he was so much into cancer awareness and always doing that kind of stuff, you know? So I'm like, Doug, what can you do? I'm at fucking Fresno Community Hospital. My mom's got cancer. Fucking, I need something done. And he's like, what do you expect me to do, Eddie? I'm like, well, you run the fucking cancer research fucking, you know, every day, every year I go and march and raise a couple $1,000 for you. He's like, yeah, but it doesn't mean I know the doctors. You know, that's how naive I was back then, you know? I'm calling the guy for Relay for Life. You know, hey, motherfucker, come help my mom. That was pretty bad. Mine says I've never had a bad shroom trip ever. So does that mean I should take one more piece of chocolate? Go just double it from the other day. It's like a weird too. They like put it in triangles. Why couldn't they just put it in little, you know, squares like everybody else?
You'll see.
I'll see. There we go.
They take on a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Something. You'll figure it out. Can't tell you the answer.
Okay.
You trip hard. Figure it out.
Well, like, you know, Donnie went with me this time, right? And so I'm at the place because they're, you know, if you're a member of this church in Oakland, you can go in there and order and get the stuff legally. It's all legal because in Oakland it's legal to purchase, you know. And I'm in line, and I go to park. There's like normally a park right across the street from it, and then this time I go to park. There's no parking anywhere. So it's like I had to park Donnie down the street, and I had locked my doors. You know, I had all that. You know, but I had to keep Donnie in the truck because I'm not gonna go into Oakland when I'm trying to get some mushrooms and take a dog in there that says Donald J. Trump all over his, you know, his thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like freaking out the whole time. They took me to the front, not the front of the line, but they kind of helped me go around quicker and get my stuff quicker because I was like, you know, my dog is outside. And then a security guard, she's like, oh my God, I've never seen a St. Bernard. So when I was leaving, I had to drive right by. So security guard comes out to pet Donnie, and I'm like hiding I got like 10 MAGA hats in my truck. I'm like hiding them. You know, and she's like petting Donnie, and oh my God, he's so cute. And all these people were like, oh my God, let me pet your dog. And all of a sudden they start looking towards his name tag. I'm like, fuck, I forgot it's Donald Trump on his name tag. I'm in like the worst neighborhood in Oakland, you know? And Tahoe, I don't take Tahoe when I do these kind of things, you know? So Tahoe's just like, I mean, I'm freaking out because I'm all by myself. I could only imagine if Tahoe was with me, he would have really freaked out. So, yeah.
It just spilled the beans, like, inadvertently.
I'd be like, hey.
His name tag is not his real name. What name tag? Oh, snap.
All right. Yeah, and, you know, here's another thing. So that same day, I got to go meet Irving over there. I should have asked how to say his name, Irving Seibel. I think, is that how you say it, Seibel? Yeah, I hung out with Irving for a little bit. It was cool. I went on I even went on a kind of a date that night. It's pouring rain.
Man, it's been raining a lot out here too. Feels like it's been raining for like 2 weeks straight, at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Ty would have told everything. Ty's like that person, you know. You walk in the house. I didn't eat your cheesecake. What do you mean you didn't eat my cheesecake? And then you know, like, he's the one that brings it up, you know. I didn't even ask you if anybody ate my cheesecake. Then you go on the cheesecake.
Well, eventually you're going to see that the cheesecake is gone, and your natural reaction is going to be to accuse me of. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I did not do it. Let me wipe this off my face.
Right.
Good. Yeah, that's good cheesecake. But I didn't eat your cheesecake, just to let you know.
Andy says he got a foot of snow. We got a whole shitload of snow. Like, the snow was bad. My truck got stuck. Like, to get out of my driveway, the hill, it's like a 30% climb. It's like this. To get out of my hill, to get out of my driveway, and you got to turn. My stepdad, he's like, my medicine came in. I was like, all right, let me go take my truck up the hill. I got 4-wheel drive. Start going up the hill, and all of a sudden, the truck starts sliding backwards, and then I fell right off the side of my hill. I got out and I called this guy, and can you believe a guy in a fucking Toyota truck towed my truck out?
Was it a Tundra?
Yeah. It wasn't because it was the truck. What he did was he backed his truck up to a tree, and then he tied his truck to a tree, and it's the winch that pulled me out. You know? But, like, it's where I am, tow trucks won't come down to tow our truck out. So I saw this thing on Facebook, and the guy was like, yeah, we don't charge nothing for this. And I was like, you don't charge nothing for this. So I gave him $200 for getting me out.
Sweet. Because
Toyotas are awesome. No. I was sitting there telling him, too, I'm like, can you imagine this? Can you imagine somebody, sitting there looking and seeing a Dodge Ram 2500 diesel truck getting pulled out by a freaking Toyota truck? Oh wait, that's them taking it out. Hold on.
Well, I guess it has a lot to do with, who's behind the wheel. You haven't had that truck for very long. Maybe it's wider than what you're used to. Blah, 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 blah. This guy, he's got it souped up and gets the right angle.
See how my
truck
truck
has a lot to do with on the wheel.
That was my truck. That was how far off. Like, he even freaked out when he was taking it out. He said it almost slid down the hill again. Like, he said we almost hit that tree on the way out. But he got me out. Yeah. It's funny. In California, we're like, man, it never fucking rains here. And then when it does rain, it rains for like 3 weeks straight. Anyways, I didn't do shit when I was done. Do you think I cleaned up my house? No. You guys think I did anything? I got depressed. That's what I did.
Nah, it's that time of year.
Yeah. Well, and then like Tayo came all the way down to my house and hung out with me. He was worried about me. That's how bad I was, I guess. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna come hang out, Eddie. So he came and hung out. He helped me do some sheetrock on the ceiling of my new little studio. So
how's that coming along?
It's not, because like I said, I got depressed and didn't feel like doing shit, so I stayed in bed the whole time I was there.
Oh, that don't help depression, Eddie. But I know how you feel. I've been there.
I feel like doing shit. Well, not only that, it was like 30 degrees the whole time, snow everywhere. Freaking every time I let Donnie outside, he went in the snow and freaking put water everywhere, mud everywhere. Shoot. And this dog, so it's freaking 40 degrees outside. There's ice behind him, and he goes in the fucking water. See, there's snow on the ground right there, and he's sitting there getting in the damn water. Little asshole. See the white snow next to his water bucket?
Yeah.
Fucking dogs. And then you have the neighbors calling, your dog shouldn't be outside. It's so cold. Wait a minute.
Man, so much news has happened since we've done a show.
I know. I don't even know what to talk about. I mean, we got Irving's texting me stuff. I know we got like I just ignored all that stuff. Well, not ignored it, but. And before anybody asks, there's a trial going on right now, and no, I cannot answer any fucking questions. So if you ask, I'm just gonna ignore you. Not to be rude, but because I can't talk about it.
Are you getting to stay home for it?
Don't know yet.
No, gotcha.
Still waiting. That's why I can't say nothing. Like, I got somebody tweeted me today, Eddie, they mentioned your name in court today. I'm like, so what? So what?
I think it's sometime in May. It's called Tap Out Cancer. It's in Charlotte.
Tap Out Cancer. Let's go look this thing up. Is there a website?
Yeah, well, yeah. And I was kind of bummed because it says it's gi only, but I asked about it today, and they said that I can come like wearing what I like to wear. Like, this is kind of what I like to wear.
Is it in
now.
Charlotte?
That I have the gi pants on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Tap Out Cancer.
May 6th?
This in Charlotte, yes, sir.
At the Charlotte Convention Center. Oh, shit. This is a gi-only tournament, IBJJF rules, the night before optional, and day of weigh-ins. Weigh-in without the gi. So did you register already?
No, not yet. I basically just verbally committed just a couple days ago. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Right on.
They talked about it, and I asked
I'd get rid of that.
I would do okay in it, and they said absolutely. So
nice.
I think I dropped weight for this one though. He's already talking about getting me down to 179. I'm like, this is different than what Professor's done. Professor told me to stay fat and happy. But they looked at the brackets for my my weight class. And generally, well, the only other tournament I've done, they went by 10-pound increments.
Yeah.
So I guess that I would be in like light heavyweight. So I think it's like 185 to 205 or something like that. So a bigger gap.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. Let's see what else happened. Well, some stuff happened with Biden and Hunter and hidden freaking. They found documents at his house. We're gonna talk about that today. I do have one on that.
So much stuff.
Yeah. So I guess let's get started with some of these stories. What's the first one? Oh yeah, that's we'll do that one. We'll do that one. Copy link. Let's go paste over here. What's the first one up we got? What's up, Lillian? Uh-oh, Alexis is here. She's glad she don't live in California anymore. California is the place. Oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Did you hear that doon doon doon? I was like, are these motherfuckers raiding my house again? God damn it. See, it's in my ears. Huh?
What is it?
Like the commercial, like whenever you go to Fox or whatever, they always play a damn commercial. And all of a sudden you just hear boom, boom, boom. And I was like, man, these motherfuckers are at my house again?
My PlayStation was a few seconds behind. I was about to tell you didn't change the screen, but you did.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
It buffers and you don't even know because I'm like looking down here. If I miss like the buffer, sometimes I go back up and who knows how far behind I am.
So you can you hear? No, wait, it doesn't play that one.
You can't handle the truth.
Can you hear that?
Yes, sir.
I wonder why you couldn't hear that sound then.
No, I did hear the sound, but
I
didn't know. On my screen, it hadn't changed to where you were at Fox yet.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
When I first heard it, you looked over, I thought there was somebody, like something fell outside your house or something.
Ah, I see. Sneaky P says, did you see where Antifa says tomorrow is a day of war against the cops in Atlanta? No, I didn't see that. Yeah, the rain sucks up here right now. Although it hasn't rained in a couple of days. San Jose didn't get it as bad as I did, though. Those guys in San Jose are wimps. Next time you talk to him, say, Eddie used to live in Willow Glen. Like, I didn't know it. When I looked up my apartment, and when I got my apartment in Willow Glen, I just knew San Jose was expensive. I didn't know I picked, like, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in all of San Jose to live in.
Guess you got expensive taste.
No, it wasn't. It was not at all. It was a studio. It was just like a studio room.
Oh, you just didn't know any better?
I just didn't know any better, you know? And like my company, I traveled for a living, so my company paid for, they gave me a per diem. So to me, it was like, you know, whatever. It was cheaper than what the company was giving me to get an apartment, so I didn't care. I met a really hot girl there, though, so that's all good. She was a model. All right, let's see. All right, let's get... Huh?
So what's up with this Hunter thing?
Let's see what it says.
What are we talking about?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. There is something definitely weird going on in the world. Because normally I'm the one, like, fucking, like, come on, drunk. Drunk starts talking, and you're like, let's fucking get to the next thing, drunk. Hurry the fuck up. And he's telling me to hurry up. Holy shit.
We got so much stuff to cover.
Okay, I gotcha. You got Gra internet? Actually, Gra has better internet now, Mike Jones. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, Gra was in the hospital for like 16 days straight. He had an issue. I'm trying to think of the name now. He had a stroke. And he's home now. But first he was in the hospital. Then they transferred him to a like a therapeutic home, you know, recovery home kind of deal. And then he finally got home on Tuesday. So he's happy to be home. But if you guys want to help Graw out, send him some love or something, you know. God rides a $, God rides a Harley on Cash App. He can always use some help, you know. Hope says he was in there for 17 days. So, all right. Hunter Biden is quarantined at the Delaware house where classified documents were found. What do you think he's doing there right now? I saw what do you call those memes where he's sitting there above the shredder, the paper shredder, putting paper in there.
He's there now?
He's there right now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. He this is so fucking crazy because when Donald Trump got raided, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world, right? Then you have those girls from The View. Yeah, but we know Biden is truthful, so. And you know, I became a big fan of Twitter while, you know, during our little break. And holy shit, like Rob Reiner, I hate the guy. But I had to subscribe to him, or what do you call it? What is it, subscribe on Twitter? Whatever. I followed him on Twitter, right? I had to follow him. Just because he says such stupid fucking things, that is fun. He's worse than what's the girl? What's the hot chick or formerly hot chick? Alyssa Milano.
See, I only subscribe to like or follow conservative people and UFC fighters, and I hardly ever get any updates. I get updates from somebody named Erica Marsh, which is always anti-Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Reiner, I don't even know who the guy is. You've already explained to me who he is. I still, like, it's not sticking, like, who the hell he is.
He's a director. Have you ever watched All in the Family?
I've heard of it, but no.
Okay, well, he was Meathead on there. And all the time I go on there, I'm like, shut up, Meathead.
Yeah, and then, like, Jeff tried it. I ended up, like, blocking him because, I don't know. But I don't know how these things are getting through to my Twitter when I'm not seeing anything from anybody else, but the things that I do get are from people that I don't even follow. Like, I'll go check. I'm like, why am I following this person? Did I get fucked up and follow them? Nope, says I'm not following them. I don't know what's going on.
You know, Twitter does that too. I follow them because it's fun to read the stupid shit they put on there. Cora says, I don't believe those women from The View. Andy says The Princess Bride. Was Rob Reiner in The Princess Bride, or did he's a director, so maybe he directed it. I am Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
So I guess Hunter's either got the monkeypox or the vid.
Yeah, let's see what it is. President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, who was facing wide-range probes into his business dealings, once noted that he and other family members quarantined at his father's home where classified documents were recently found. Oh. They quarantined before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, look at this. The way that this is clickbait. It looks like he's quarantined there now. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, Hope followed me on Twitter and I didn't know it, you know, and I was like, Hope, you know, you gotta say something, you know? I said, Hope, you gotta join Twitter because you gotta see what these people are saying. I'm having so much, you know how you like to troll people? Twitter is the best place for trolling people, right? And she's like, Eddie, I follow you already. And I was like, you do? And she's like, yeah. So because she doesn't use the same name on Twitter, but there's a picture of her cat. So I know Pixel was there. So, oh, and by the way, everybody, we got to take a shot for Grau, number one, because he's in the hospital. But number two, we got to take a shot because we missed Hope's birthday while we were gone. Hope turned 20 the other day on January 13th, so happy birthday, Hope.
20?
Don't girls always lower their age?
Oh.
Speaking of that.
I couldn't remember what, I think she said her age before, but I don't know what it was. When you said 20, I was like, that's not definitely don't remember 19.
Yeah, I think,
You're 19 years old. Should you even be on this channel?
I think she's like, let's see, was she born in 94? I know what. No, wait. She was born in 86. I think she was born in 86.
It's 37. 37.
Yeah. So there you go. Mike Jones says meathead at the RG bunker. Sneaky Pete says I think it was all uncovered trying to force him into running out of running in 2022. I think you guys are right. So if you guys don't know, we're going to talk about this right now. Joe Biden, they found a whole bunch of classified documents at his house. Classified. And what?
His office. That was where they first found him.
Oh, yeah, and
remember,
his office.
Show in a long time, so we gotta step back a little.
I thought you were doing like that, and you know, there's a movie from a long time ago that I watched. Oh, what was it called? Dude, Where's My Car? Have you ever? Oh, Drunk doesn't watch movies. Hey, what's up? We got freaking
And then?
Yeah, and then your wife at 20 Tuesday, Matt Rogers. Happy late birthday to your wife. Aiden, Mr. Nice Guy's son is in here. What's up, Mr. Nice Guy's son, Aiden? No, so like drunk was just doing this. So they go to this Chinese drive-through, and you know it's the classic Chinese woman's voice, and they're like, "Yeah, we want some fried rice," and she's like, "And then, yeah, we want some, you know, some wonton soup, and then," and he's like, "No, and then, no, and then, no, and then." Remember they kept fighting back and forth. I don't know. It was funny. If you haven't watched Dude, Where's My Car? It's stupid, but it's funny.
Yeah, very corny, very corny.
It's like it's like an airplane kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's still worth a watch.
Whatever happened to Kush? Kush, what is it like? Kutcher. Well, actually, we're in trouble. Time to Kill is here. Ashton Kutcher is in a new show. I watched it today, and it's the worst show ever. I thought it was going to be good. You ever watch that 70s show?
Yeah.
Well, they came out with that 90s show to where now they all have kids.
Oh, was he in it?
He's only in one episode. It's all about the grandkids now. So Red Foreman's in it, and Kitty's in it.
I seen the preview for it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a cool show, and no, it's like watching Disney, you know, like Nickelodeon in the 80s. It's just like it's forced jokes. Red
I figured they realized when they kind of failed at doing that 80s show right after that 70s show.
Yeah.
Stop. That lasted like maybe 2 seasons, if that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that show. And then let's see. So, but Ashton Kutcher was in that. Him and Jackie are married now. Donna and Eric are married, and they have a kid. Yeah. And Red Foreman is the same old Red Foreman. His best line.
Jackie and Kelso are married in real life too. That lucky bastard.
Are they married in real life now too? I thought they were just hooking up.
Yes. Well, I think they've got kids together now. But I was gonna say that's what Ashton Kutcher's been doing. Has been shacking up with my dream girl.
Monster. Yeah, Aiden wants to see Donnie. So hold on, let me get Donnie over here. Let's go here so you can see Donnie. Can you see him? See Donnie? There he is, Aiden. There you go, Panda. And I was gonna eat my pretzel, but Drunk Uncle says don't eat no food when you're on mushrooms. But yeah. You're supposed to eat what?
You're supposed to eat before.
Well, that's what I did. I ate before.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we should be back on this Hunter and Joe stuff. Also, have you seen the video? Somebody tell me if this video is real. Let me find it. There's a video out there of Biden touching some girl's boob. Have you guys seen the video? I see it all over Twitter. It was recently on Twitter, I think, or maybe it was on Facebook. Like Biden's touching some girl and he kisses the girl and then he grabs her boob. Now I'm not gonna be able to find it. Don't you hate? I'm starting to sound like my freaking old ass stepdad. My thing's not working. Have you seen that one, Drunk? Do you go any places where you might see that video? think it was on Twitter. Oh my gosh, this is funny. My friend who owns the waffle shop in Daddy Waffles in Fresno, he's like, "Dear fellas, come see Daddy Waffles. She will not be disappointed." And it's an egg in a key ring or in a ring. How much has anybody bought eggs lately? Eggs suck. Their price is like way too crazy. Way too crazy. I knew it was on Twitter. Like, they show pictures of people putting what do you call those security devices on eggs? How come you're not at work today, drunk uncle?
Today's training day.
Oh.
Okay. I train earlier in the day.
Oh, so you can be here on time from now on. Nice.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays. Good.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Remind me, I didn't put it on here, but we got to talk about Crowder, too. I guess there's a new thing from him today. These guys are going back and forth. Oh, here it is right here. Here's the video. Somebody
and an even newer update that you're probably not aware of.
Girl.
Yeah.
Pardon.
Some came out today.
Yeah, I know that.
I didn't see the video yet because I just looked at it right now. Gosh, my stupid mouse isn't working good. You know, it's my cover down here. Nope, it's not my cover. Tell me, guys, if this is real. What do you think? I think it's real. He's touching this girl on the boob. Can you tell me when you can see it, drunk uncle?
I can see it.
What is up with this? Like, is he really fondling this woman? Dirty old man. Well, hell, since we're talking about it, let's talk about Steven Crowder. Sneaky Pete's eggs are $8 a dozen in Georgia. $8 for 12 eggs. Wow.
Damn.
What's up, K. Scott? Oh, yeah, I went to this local burger place, and they said, "Oh yeah, these burgers are great." I tried it out. It's like a frozen burger. It looked like a soy burger, maybe even, and it was like $13 just for the burger. And I'm not complaining about the price because I know everything costs more, but I mean, they're saying this is like the great burger, and I went out of my way to go get this burger, and it's a freaking, like, it wasn't a real meat. It had that, like, that gray color to it, you know, that fake meat has. Uncle likes Meg. Who's Meg? Wait a minute, that's his granddaughter, Matt Rogers says?
From Family Guy? The daughter from Family Guy?
I don't know, it just says Uncle likes Meg. I don't know. Hope you're having a good evening too, K. Scott. Mike Jones says 70 show was okay. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Vanilla extract is like gold right now. Wayne says eggs are $3.79 a dozen there. Where the heck are you at, Wayne? We all gotta go to your house or go to your local store, buy all the eggs, and then come back over. The show's gonna get interesting as I melt. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna. I've only, I took 2 the other day. I took 4 of them today. So let's see how crazy I get. You had a Big Mac the other day? Uh-oh, Carla and Company is in here. What's up, Carla? Am I drinking? No, I took these things. It's you can legally buy medical shrooms here in California. So I bought some medical shrooms. So I took some medical shrooms. Yeah, Fez was funny on the show. Anyways, since you brought up Steven Crowder, let's get to Steven Crowder. What's going on with Steven Crowder? I don't have to put you on that main screen then. So, let's start off from the beginning. So if you guys don't know, you're missing Eva. I haven't seen Eva her son sent me something the other day, but never. He said, "I got a question for you," and I responded, and he never responded back to me. So, but anyways, so Steven Crowder stopped doing his show. We knew there was something weird going on at the Blaze.
Oh!
Wait a minute. No way. Eva passed away, Carla? I didn't know that. Well, shit. That really sucks. No, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Well, hell. I'm speechless. No, I didn't know. Have you guys had a funeral yet or something? I can go drive down to LA. Me and Donnie can go visit. Well, you got my number, Carla. Text me later on about it, because... Man. Well, we got to do a shot for Eva now.
Absolutely.
We got to do a shot for Eva.
Yeah, right. That as well.
All right, guys. This is for Eva. Eva, we miss you, sweetheart. I knew she was in the hospital with complications and stuff. Oh, man. I didn't know if she'd passed away. That sucks. Well, that sucks. Little moment of silence for Eva. All right, yeah, Carla. You know, let me see if I even have you still on my phone. I just remember having you as it was a 909 as an LA number. I may have not saved your number. I'll figure it out. I'll go looking later on. Anyways. Man, that's hard. That's sad to hear about Eva.
Indeed.
Excuse me. Whoa. All right. Well, anyways, I guess let's continue on. I guess for Eva's sake. So Steven Crowder. I can't. I don't know what to say. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful. I just don't know what to say right now. So I got to take my mind off of it, if you guys don't mind. But anyways, Steven Crowder was having trouble. I think his contract was up maybe or something like that. And so he was searching for a new home. And somebody in a whole bunch of different places, you know, so he went off the air because he's no longer on the Blaze. And he came on like Tuesday, maybe it was. I got to say this and that and that. And he's talking about conservatives and how they're only for money and they're fake conservatives and stuff like this. Oh, he meant Jackie from the 70s show. Meg, the girl Jackie.
Now I get is Mila Kunis, I think.
Oh yeah, she
still do the voice for Meg. I get it now.
She's the voice for Meg. That went way over my head too. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Mila. And then I was like, oh, touche.
Yeah. Hemi says, much love, Eva. Hail to the victorious, lost. See you in paradise. Yeah, she's up there. She's watching us in heaven right now, probably. But yeah, so Steven Crowder came on. He didn't say what company it was that he was, offered him money, and the contract was like, you got to do this. Just had all kinds of regulations in there, which there's a lot of regulations in there. And so then the Daily Wire came back and says, well, you know what? Since Crowder was talking, Crowder didn't want to mention us, but we don't want you guys defending us, and then find out it was us. So we're going to show you. So they went through the whole contract. They talked about it. And I got to be honest, once I saw the Daily Wire show's version, I was like, interesting. Because it kind of made sense. There was some stuff that I would have been pissed off still about, but. So what's your take on it then, Drunk Uncle?
Oh, so you haven't seen this?
No, today's show? It just said, like, when I came online, it said, like, 2 hours. How long is it? Maybe we can play it here. Is it very long?
It's like 10 or 20 minutes, maybe. However, I somewhat want to put my tinfoil hat on for this, because to me, this seems
15 minutes.
Look, I honestly don't know what to think. Okay, so Candace Owens happens to be on Tim Pool tonight.
Yeah.
And Steven Crowder just happens to be on Tim Pool Monday.
Yes.
And I watched the first hour. Like, I really don't know what to think. Like, I see and hear both arguments on both sides, and I don't know what to think. Like, I think Steven's making some valid arguments, and I also think, like, I didn't watch the hour-long thing with the other guy.
Yeah.
Also, Candace is making valid arguments. But what they did stumble across during Timcast today was that his Stop the Con website was started in like the middle of December of last year.
Okay.
So they're kind of pointing to that this has all been he had almost planned this, but tonight he reveals like audio recordings of some of their conversations, and that seems getting brought up. Like, why would he feel the need to record a conversation? Because supposedly he called this guy to talk about Christmas and kids and like what they're doing for the holidays, and then decides to record it.
I see.
I don't like thinking anything bad about Steven Crowder, but like Candace Owens was literally said he is a bad person. He treats everybody like shit. He is a bad person. I was like,
really?
Because you all know, everybody knows how much I like Steven Crowder.
Yeah, so do I.
And also, motherfucking Candace Owens. And then when Candace Owens comes out and says Steven Crowder is a bad person, he treats people like shit, I'm like, making me uncomfortable. I don't like this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It kind of does make sense a little bit, you know, if she's saying that, because he does go through guys. I mean, you notice he goes through people all the time on a show.
She also brought up like why. I guess she knows a little bit about their contracts or something, but not Gay Jared. She was like, why don't you ever hear from him? Why can't he say anything? Why won't Steven sign over his DNR or something like that? And I'm just like, whoa. Like, this is making me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then again, in the end, like, this is Steven. I'm not trying to be Steven Crowder's friend. Like, he makes me laugh and he gives me news that I feel like I can trust. So, I mean, if he's not that great of a person in real life, do I really care? I mean, but it did throw me for oh goodness.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't walk up and like, if I ever go see him and stand up and be like, hey dude, I do jujitsu too. Let's get a roll in or something.
Yeah.
And,
no, I get it.
To be like, hey bud, autograph please, thank you sir, and you just walk away so I don't get humiliated.
Well, and like that's something that's one thing I did think about, because I drove all the way to Tulsa to go meet Graw, hang out with Graw, and go to a show, and I'm thinking, every comedian, when you go to their show, they walk out afterwards and they sign shit. And Dave was out there signing shit. The comedians that came before him was out there signing shit. But yet Steven Crowder wouldn't come out and sign shit. So I thought that was kind of weird.
Didn't his dad come out? I thought I was on the phone with you and one of you said, or you thought that Pops Crowder came out.
No. Not at all. Hi, Panda. Not at all. No, I didn't think he came out at all. But, I'm not about cancel culture, right? Everybody's like, oh, freaking, we're not going to do this because they believe in this. You know what? I don't watch a certain show because of what they do in their private time. If the show that I watch, if you can make me fucking laugh, I'm going to watch the show. If you can get me going, I'm going to watch. I don't cancel culture people. So,
I mean, if it's outrageous enough, I'll probably not fuck with you anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Like Alan said, it's all about the money. And I think that's true. It is all about the money. Like, so what the guy said from DW, Daily Wire, was like, they like, look, our starting money that we offered Steven Crowder was $50 million.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is the most money we've offered to anybody. So meaning that he was going to be getting more money than Candace Owen and Ben Shapiro. Right?
No, Ben Shapiro's CEO, so.
Well.
I believe. So I doubt him being CEO, he's under contract for anything. He probably gets close to or probably more. I would assume.
Colorado girl says it's lonely over here in Rumble. I know, but I'm trying to get people to go to Rumble, but you know, nothing I can do about that.
Rumble on, people.
Colorado's not alone. We're with you, Colorado girl. Anyways, but it is all about the money, and you know, who knows? Like, I'm not going either way. I'm not supporting either one. But like the guy from Daily Wire was like, you know, we knew it was going to be more than $50 million. That was our starting point. And then like he started explaining about how Steven Crowder says, well, if I don't do so many shows, then they're going to fine me. And so what the guy said was this. He's like, look, Steven Crowder has to do 162 shows a year. And, you know, when Steven Crowder says, what if I get in a car accident? He's like, well, we understand stuff like that, and that's not part of it. And then he said, look, and then Steven Crowder saying, well, you know, if I don't do all my shows, and the guy's like, it's 162 shows a year. We give him 4 weeks off. He gets it was 4 weeks off, 4 days a week. And they said, you know, if they couldn't be there for a certain day, all they had to do was film 2 shows in one day. He's like, all we asked them to do was 1 hour before the paywall and half an hour after the paywall. He's like, we're not asking for much. He's all 162 days a year. He's all average people work 250 days a year.
Yeah.
Then he brought up the if they lose subscribers or if they get if they take away their money on like if they get demonetized, right? And it's like, well, hell, we already know Steven Crowder's demonetized on YouTube. You know, that's, you know, they said we already know that. So Steven Crowder crying about that. And he's all, look, here's the deal. We're putting the money out up front. We're giving them $50 million. We're not making a dime yet. So yes, of course, we want to sell the merchandise and we want to do this because we got to make back that $50 million. You know? So to me, it's kind of like, yeah, he could have asked for more, but the fact that it kind of upsets me that he's going on YouTube and stuff like this right now, complaining about it, saying they're trying to take over, when actually it's to me, it's just business. It's just business.
You really need to watch his new video where he drops some of the audio from his conversation. Because he's basically, this is what a lot of people were saying. It's about the money. It's about the money. I don't know. Like both sides of people that I like are like saying opposite things, and I don't like it. I don't know who, you know, which way to go.
Yeah.
But he's saying has nothing to do with the money, but if I put on my tinfoil hat enough, I can probably make an argument for that. But he said it's about the future of where things can go, and of course he puts it a lot better than I do.
So when you say it about the future, so one of the things is, and the contract states, while he would be at the Daily Wire, any new shows he created would be property of the Daily Wire. Which, well, I mean, the Daily Wire's got to make money.
Well, it looked like his merchandise as well. So does that include like his merch at his comedy shows? And
I don't know.
There's a lot of. It's so confusing. It's definitely so confusing.
Yeah.
But it seems oddly convenient because, like, they made it a point to say on Tim Pool tonight that they did not schedule Candace like on a rush because she just today she released a video on her own channel because she felt like he was being attacked by Crowder because it seemed like certain things that he was saying was like pointing to her.
Yeah.
And like her other colleagues. They're like, no, we set this up a few months ago.
Mike Jones.
But they did say that their thing with Crowder they set up pretty much on a whim. But it seems pretty pretty weird that like basically the three biggest, like a person from the three biggest conservative channels are going to be on the same show within 2 days. And, you know, one's the host, Tim Pool, and then you got Candace Owens and then Steven Crowder. I mean, how are you going to top that off? Are you getting Alex Jones and Joe Rogan next?
Mm-hmm. Well, like Mike Jones says, pull up Crowder's video and see what he says. How about this? Guys, do you want us to play Crowder's video right now? It's
I think 15 we should,
minutes.
because
It's 15 minutes long.
He's not going to go. And we can stop it and talk about it and stuff like that.
I mean, it's 15 minutes long, so 15 minutes and 38 seconds long. We can do it. Let's see. Got that smile.
They don't get deals that...
They can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand. They can be wage slaves for a little bit. They can be wage slaves for a little bit.
Oh, I just missed it. What are they saying right there?
God bless the talk.
I didn't understand what they said in the very beginning. I don't know if I should tell you, but I guess I can.
Well, I'm gonna. If he's gonna say it, I'll just press play.
Okay, it takes a while before he gets to it, but
boy, those things are worth like.
Yeah, but so would you.
$5,000 now. It's an expensive gag. So didn't want to have to do this, but Daily Wire outed themselves very, very quickly. And sure enough, if you see all of the people who work there,
Hope doesn't want to
some of whom I have relationships with, they immediately tried to make this all about money. Here's the problem. There are a few problems, and I'll go through with some receipts. Everything that was said about negotiations, how they transpired, beyond the numerical value, which is true and I'll get to, everything else is untrue. I don't really want to get into that. It's completely irrelevant. Here's why. Go back to the 20-something minute video, 30-minute video. You've never heard me say or write anywhere online that these offers weren't paying enough money. Why? Because it's not about the money. It's kind of unreal to me that the only thing these people can still talk about is the money. The conversation was about conservatism, the movement, and big tech. They keep talking about money. I'm talking about a country. I'm talking about a movement. I'm talking about making a difference. It's not.
All right, so what is he talking about right now? I'm guessing that he's talking about right here is that he shouldn't have to keep his mouth shut. So that way, he's saying if Pepsi wants to sponsor me, but if I say the T word, you know, a transmission word, then Pepsi won't sponsor me anymore. So I think what he's getting to is like, look, I don't want to work somewhere where I got to watch what I say. Is that what he's talking about?
I've only watched it once, so like I'm on board with you. But like I said, I haven't memorized exactly what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of what I get the gist of is the way that they're moving forward, trying to silence people, that other people getting on board to protect their company.
Yeah.
And Candace goes for it, and I definitely so much stuff.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to do this right now just because it's 15 minutes long, to be honest with you. And I mean, look, even Hope left. Plus, I have a lot of news. Hold on, let me text Hope.
Damn, Hope is Hope that mad at Crowder that she don't even want?
She doesn't like his voice. She hates his voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel that same Ben Shapiro, but I still listen to him.
You know, I also though. I hate doing 15-minute long segments because my ADD kicks in, I guess. I don't know.
And like I said, if I'd have known in advance, like I could try to say, okay, skip to 1 minute 15, skip to 6 minutes.
Yeah, we'll talk about this tomorrow. You know, maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow. Oh no, we're not gonna have a show on Monday. We'll talk about it because you know there's gonna be more shit over the weekend, right? You know, there's gonna be more shit over the weekend. And we lost a lot of people right when we just kept on going about Crowder. So let's move on. I know it's my show. We can do whatever we want. But I want to get through the news, too. Because that's what we do here. Anyways, he's saying it's all about the movement, not the money, but he shouldn't have to lose money to have free speech. I gotcha. Is that what you were thinking, Drunk Uncle? Before we move on?
Pretty much. He's relying heavily on trying to protect, like, the future of the conservative movement.
Okay. All right. So a brutal killing of a California family sends a clear message from the cartel, according to a sheriff, that they were targeted. Tulare County. Oh, wow. Where is Debbie Ann in here? Debbie Ann's from in that area. It says the California sheriff investigating the slaughter of an entire family that included a teen mom and baby said the killings are undoubtedly cartel related as officials continue to piece together details of the brutal massacre. Holy shit. Brutal. I haven't heard this anywhere. Have you heard anything about some brutal killing here in California? Let's see. It says this is an intentional slaughter and massacre. No one was supposed to be left alive. They went through the house methodically, very slowly. They made sure they were going to kill everybody in that home. This is the teen mom. She looks really young. Actually, never mind. When you, let's see, when you slaughter, you shoot a 16-year-old mother in the head and a 10-month, how can you shoot a kid and a baby? Wow, a kid in the head. A 10-month-old child in the head. That is a very clear message to everyone that it was cartel-style execution. And these types of things with an unsecure open border with our soft crime approach here in California. Holy shit. Yeah, you guys heard about this? Okay, like I said, I've been out of it the last couple of weeks. Let's see, over in Goshen, California, early Monday, with the victims ranging from 10-month-old to 72 years old. A week prior to the shooting, a search warrant was conducted at the home for drugs, and according to Bordeaux, deputies found drugs, ammunition, and weapons. What we're experiencing is a high-level gang structure violence who are married to the cartel. So I guess what happened, so it sounds like this. Tell me if I'm wrong. The cops raided this house, took all the money and drugs, and then the cartel got really mad. What's up, only Mr. Bill? The cops got really mad. Or the cartel got really mad and then went through and executed everybody in the house. Wow. That is crazy.
So the police raided the house that the teen mom and the kids lived at.
Yes.
So she was involved. So
she was involved. It sounds like, yes.
Yeah, tying up loose ends to the extreme.
Yeah,
absolutely. I guess that's what I guess that what I see what they mean when it said it sends a message.
Yeah.
Like, but holy jeez, man.
Mike
Can
Jones
you imagine
says, yeah.
somebody like somebody that's able to do that, like in a cartel or something? Like, my goodness.
It's crazy, and you know, you think, okay, this shit doesn't happen, but it really does. There are people that are just like that, you know.
And they probably get them pretty young. I bet they've probably been associated with the cartel since they were probably 5 years old in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike Jones says they're definitely high on the special forces list. I mean, like, we're talking movies here, right? But I've seen movies to where they teach the young, you know, they give the young kid a gun and say, kill it. And if he doesn't, you know, then they beat up the kid and stuff like that, you know, or you know, it's a test. And it's just, it's disgusting, you know. I think you're right. They probably teach him at a young age. I mean, hell, how else can you walk into a building, slaughter people? I mean, look at this. The girl's 16 with their baby. How can you just go in there and shoot a 10-month-old baby in the head?
That takes some long-term programming, or you're just a complete psycho to begin with.
Right.
But how is the cartel going to be able to trust a complete psycho?
And
they probably make control the psychos because they created them.
Yeah. Or like I'm thinking in my head, okay, maybe they were on drugs, but then I'm thinking But if they couldn't have been on drugs because they're saying they swept the house. They did it. If they were on drugs, they wouldn't do that good of a job, you know. Disgusting. And I got a story at the end of the night that talks about this border policy, and it's oh man. So Kevin McCarthy, whether you know, we didn't get a chance. I was out on this too. You know, I had no internet. I don't like Kevin McCarthy. I think he's a rhino. But he's our Speaker of the House. We're stuck with him. But so what he did today, though, is House Speaker Kevin McCarthy officially ends proxy voting. And he says because Satan worshiping cartels have no issues killing. That, you know, that's true. Shit, I think this stuff is kicking in. Anyways, so proxy voting, what it is was this. During COVID, they said, look, what you can do is you know, if you ever watched a vote, people will stand up there and, yes, I'm the senator from Kentucky. I am here for the senator of California who called in their vote, and they said that they vote yay or they vote nay, right? They did that because of COVID. So that means you never if you didn't want to, you didn't have to go to fucking, you didn't have to go down to the, you know, vote and stuff like that. You had to go to work. And so what they did is they said that's not going to happen anymore. Now, here's the other issue, though. So I've been watching C-SPAN, you know, like when they're voting, you know, for McCarthy. And I watched a lot of C-SPAN in my life, you know, what they're doing on the House floor. What if you ever watch it, like, so the whole deal is, you know, you have somebody go up there and speak, you know, I think we shouldn't be doing this for this reason, that reason, and that reason. Well, then you want people to come vote. But the people what they do is they just go sit in their office and then they come vote, right? So they don't get to hear that testimony, you know, like, how can I explain it? Well, look, here's Hunter Biden. Look, here's the video of Hunter Biden, you know, and the documents. They don't have to view that. So this helps. So now they have to vote in person, which is good because you know what? Who gets paid for going to work and calling it in from home? Can you sell tobacco products and vape juice from your house, drunk uncle? Is proxy like epoxy?
E-commerce.
But you're still working though.
I see what you're saying though, but like, yeah, you just can't like be so they have their offices all spread out and shit like that. Like, I think this is where you're getting at, but they're going over shit in the Congress, and they're like, it's going to take all fucking day. I'm going to go fucking have a beer and eat a sandwich and or something.
Yeah.
And so you're not having to sit there and like a jury doesn't get to leave. Like, oh, we're going to bring up the key witness. Like, yeah, dude, I got to like take a dump, bro. Like, y'all continue. I'll be back in 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, apparently they can still do that. What I'm talking about by proxy is you don't even have to be on the property. You just call it in. You just say, hey, vote for me. They do this in California, too, like for the Republican Party of California, the California Republican Association or whatever. They do the same fucking thing. And it sucks, right? Because then, like...
debate about it. Absolutely, you need to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think they can still leave... And that's the whole problem. I think if you're going to be in there and vote for something, then you need to goddamn well hear everything that's read in there. Like, if you ever watched them in the past, they're like, whoa, did you read this whole entire bill? And the bills are like 1,000 pages sometimes. Well, no, but the people working for me told me about it.
Yeah.
The lawmakers never read the bills.
Highlights. I had to go off the highlights.
Yeah. Like, there's a great I don't know if you guys watch The Simpsons or not. There's a great Simpsons episode, and only Mr. Bill is screaming, talk about how, you know, because he does the whole thing about the Schoolhouse Rock. I'm only a Mr. Bill, right? Or isn't it Schoolhouse Rock, I think? Anyways, so on Lisa Simpson's episode, she wants to get a bill passed. They go to Washington, and they're like, you know how you get the bill passed? Watch it. Because they all wanted to deny her a bill. So what they did is, You go find a bill that everybody wants to vote for, and then you slide it in the very middle of it. And then when it passes, then that bill passes. That's how it all works. Matt says something about Matt Gaetz the other day was on Timcast. I don't know. I never watched. I never got into Timcast. Don't know why. You know. But I mean, like they say, mail-in votes are. It's the same thing, you know. How many people in this country vote, and they don't vote? They don't do an educated vote. How many people don't make an educated vote?
Too many.
Like I'll tell you this. I remember, when I was married, we're driving home from Fresno State, and my wife was saying something about fucking, Trump, and oh yeah, well he did this to this veterans. I thought you're all about the veterans. And I'm like, okay, show it to me on the news. And so she shows me the news, and it's like the X reporter or something, right? I'm like, no, how about this? Show it to me on ABC News. She couldn't find it. I said, okay, show it to me on NBC, MSNBC, whatever, CNN. She couldn't find it anywhere. She only found it on little tiny something that she saw on Facebook. And I'm like, see, that's your fucking problem. I'm like, you want to argue with me every day about how bad Trump does, and you believe Trump did this. But that never happened. It's just because it's something you read on fucking Facebook. That's the problem with our whole society nowadays, We need to actually read, how many... I bet you there's not one single fucking person in here that actually goes through and when their iPhone has to update and it says, do you agree to our contents? There's not one single person in this room, me included, that reads that whole entire fucking thing. Does anybody read it? Right? I don't. Everybody nowadays is like, just get to the fucking point. Nobody wants to see all those, that different shit. That's the problem. But you would think that lawmakers that are making laws would read 100% of the bills, and they don't. That's what the fucking issue is. One of the issues. And they all do it. Both sides. Both sides.
Yeah, both sides are fucked for the most part.
Yeah. Timcast is decent. I just never got into his show. I just don't know why I never did. I never did.
It's long and drawn out. Even his segments are hard to watch. I enjoy him because I feel like I can get reliable and I rely on Steven Crowder in the morning, and then an hour before we do the show, I tap in to see what Tim Pool's talking about and fill in the in between. But even clips, his clips are 20-30 minutes long.
Yeah. For me, I gotta go through. I gotta go through all these fucking news. I gotta go, double check them back. I do this stuff all fucking day long. I'm not gonna watch other people. I just can't. My life is already too much involved in it, to go watch other people talk about the same shit I'm talking about, I may stop in Steve Oatley for a few minutes here and there just to say hi to everybody in there, but that's about it.
Well, the good thing is they get to watch them for you. And so, today when you were saying, oh, this seems to be all about the money, I was like, well, you need to watch the new one. Yeah. So I got back on that. If there's anything really important, I'll let you know.
Colorado Girl says, I try to be educated on it, but hate politics. Should be one bill, one subject. Exactly. So, what was it? Some bill, I forget what bill it was last year. It was called this and this bill when only 10% of the money went to that one specific thing that the bill was named after. The other 90% of the money went to other shit how to treat transsexuals in Iran or whatever. It's what the fuck? Cora asked Eddie, are you feeling anything from those mushrooms? So about 15, 20 minutes ago, I don't know if you saw me, I pulled my glasses off, I felt like my eyes pumped twice or 3 times or something, and I think they're starting to kick in. So every time I've tried mushrooms like this, I never got a psychedelic feeling, but I work harder. I don't know what, I get more focused. That's what I should say. I can focus on the task at hand. That's what they do for me. But I've never tried them in high doses, and I doubled the dose today, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Credit karma.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not like I watched Drunk Uncle one night, and he was the monkey is gonna get me or something like that.
No, I was a gorilla.
Oh, I was close. Gorilla, monkey,
Yeah.
same shit.
I felt like I was looking at my hands and like I was like, oh,
Right?
grab somebody. Like, I'm a gorilla.
Yeah. Colorado Girl said there should be one bill to one subject, which I totally think is right. Because, they put in a thing about this big, it's 1,000 pages and nobody reads it. There could just be one sentence in there somewhere that says, we'll give $1 billion to Eddie Block. Right? You know what? I should go to Ted Cruz or something. I don't know Ted Cruz, but I should go to Ted Cruz. Hey, look, Ted Cruz, here's what we're going to do. On this bill, just slide a page in. Yes, and when you guys are writing it out in this page, just put we promise to give $100 million to Eddie Block, and I'll put in 10 million for the big guy. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
I bet you it would. We should do a documentary on that. Just and it's all like I'll give them it's a joke. We'll give the money back, but let's just do a test. If we could throw some. I bet you we could get away with it. I bet you we could.
Speaking of a documentary, I've got a possible proposition for you that I'll talk to you about later.
No jujitsu.
And like too much and.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll remember.
See. Huh? It just went over my head. All right, so check this out. Missouri manhunt underway for 5 escaped inmates, including 3 known sex offenders. How do these people get out of jail? Like, I don't get how people can break out of a fucking prison. I've been to county jail. I've been to county jail a couple times. There is no way to break out that mofo.
See, what you do is you get a rock hammer.
Okay. Ultimate, we're not talking about that. I can't talk about that stuff. So you weren't here at the beginning when I said that. No talking about any of that stuff. You get a rock hammer.
Yeah.
And then,
you don't get the reference?
Yeah, I do. And then you put it behind the picture, and, tap. Yeah.
And
Andy Dufresne. Andy Dufresne.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why Andy chose to go out on burrito night, but now do you get my reference?
Did he really? He didn't say that.
No, Family Guy did a spoof of it.
Our initial reaction, it was like, this is probably a Family Guy spoof.
Yeah, it's a spoof on it. So Andy Dufresne Peter was Andy Dufresne, and they're going out, and when he's going out through the sewer system. He's like, and I don't know why fucking Andy decided to do it on burrito night. And so the funny part is when he's breaking the wall, every night they do the Friends show. I'll be there for you. And then he taps on the wall every time they do the, Oh, yeah. Yeah. Real quick, I got a question. I just thought about tapping on the wall, and the dogs didn't freak out, thank God. How many people in here have the Ring doorbell and have dogs? I'm fucking watching. We gotta watch my language. But I'm watching the other night, On Patrol or Live PD, whatever you want to call it nowadays. And I see the cops walking up, and they're about to push that Ring doorbell. And I'm like, please don't. As soon as they hit that button, Panda is just like, God damn it! Fucking Ring doorbell. Anyway, so it says a manhunt is underway Thursday in Missouri. Oh, it's in Missouri. Well, those backwater people over there. For 5 escaped inmates, including 3 which authorities describe as known sex offenders, who busted out of prison south of St. Louis. Yeah, Hope went to that prison by her house. How many remember Ramar the gorilla? I don't know who that is. The St. Francois County Sheriff's Department says the jailbreak at the county's detention center in Farmington began around 7 p.m. Tuesday, when the group entered a secured cell, then made their way through a secured door use by force. From there, the sheriff of the jail told Fox News that it believes they got onto the jail's roof through corridors containing the facility's plumbing before, speaking of plumbing, before making their way back to the ground and out the area. They copied, same thing happened in that movie. What do you call it? Tango and Cash. Oh, look, you can see them getting out. The inmates last were seen leaving the parking lot of the Centene Corporation in a gray 2009 Scion TC with Missouri temporary tags. Dude, the guys had the balls to drive their car up to the gate of the prison so they could jump in. That's some balls.
That an inside guy.
Matt says our year-old shepherd barks at everything, including jets and planes when they fly over. See, Donnie's pretty good about most stuff. He doesn't bark too much. Although, you know how Donnie likes to freak out when he sees other dogs? So I'm going to go to this girl's house, and she has 4 dogs. Conservative woman, you know? And like, it was funny. This day, I'm like, you know what? I finally realized, with my disability, with Antifa chasing after me, with all the people trying to attack me, I'm not going to date nobody ever again. And I even put it on Twitter. And for some reason, the next day, I'm at this lady's house. But anyway, so I'm walking into her door, and I'm like, fuck, she's got 4 dogs. Just going to be, Donnie's a big dog. Fucking nothing happened. He walks right in that house and plays with their dogs just like he always does. So I was proud of him. He's my good boy.
Yeah.
You know. But it's when he's on the leash. When he's on the leash, and being held back, he's like, Dad, I just want to go play with him. Dad, I want to go say hi to him. That's all it is.
So hold me back, bro. Hold me back. And then you let him go, and you're like, why don't you hold me back? Okay, I guess we'll go play nice.
Yeah. Yeah, ask Matt Rogers. So when I was in Vegas, Matt Rogers was there, and he's like, damn, Donnie, stop freaking out. Like, even Matt Rogers got mad at Donnie for freaking out. But yet, we walk into this lady's house, he sees 4 dogs, and because they can touch each other right away, no problem. No problem. Donnie doesn't want to go get in fights. He just wants to be next to the other dogs. That's all it is. Damn, Donnie. Yeah, the shrooms are kicking in now, I think. I can feel a little bit. You would think they'd be kicked in by now. All right, what's up next on the news? Fox News. So we definitely have to talk about this. I know you heard about this one, Drunk Uncle. San Francisco reparations proposal makes waves. America must admit its sin. Did you hear about what San Francisco's doing for reparations?
Yeah, it was like 270.
No. You're way off. San Francisco wants to give $5 million to every black person in San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah, Andy says Donnie's super strong. Andy knows. Andy's held Donnie. But yeah, $5 million just for being black, even though these people have never been treated bad, right? They've never been slaves.
I don't necessarily see anything wrong with making things right however you get there. However, like, if they were going to do this, this should have been addressed a long time ago. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to make everybody go through like a 23andMe? Like, what if you just moved here from wherever? You're a Jamaican. You just moved to San Francisco 15 years ago or something. You just get the money and you're just like.
But $5 million to each person. Do you know how many?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not going to happen. That whole area would go bankrupt if they actually. If this actually went through.
Mm-hmm.
This is never going to go through. $5 million. $5 million. Mm-hmm. Every fucking person in this country that can round up enough money to get to San Francisco and try to get a studio apartment in the worst neighborhood they can find are going to flock there. $5 million? You kidding me?
Well, a lot of people are saying, "Well, I'm going to identify as black." You know what I would do? And you know what? I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I would go open up a Cadillac dealership. You don't get a Cadillac dealership. I'll get a rim shop where I'll sell you 30-inch rims for your Cadillac. You know?
Well, Dave Chappelle done a whole thing on it his first season.
Did he?
Of the reparations. And it was like Boo Boo and KFC have merged together. 500,000 Cadillac Escalades were sold today.
You know, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Cellier had 150,000 delinquent phone bills paid off today or something, and it's like 10 hours later, like everybody's broke again.
Oh my God, yeah, but I mean, there's Hunters Point in San Francisco, dude. I mean, there's probably like 10,000 black people living around Hunters Point. Then there's there's 3rd Street by the old Candlestick Park. You know, that's all. Well, not by Candlestick Park, but 3rd Street over there. That's all. It's funny. It's funny how you have all areas where like you go to Chinatown, there's all Chinese people, right? You go to this other part of town, it's all Asian people. You go to another part of town, it's all Russian people. It's weird how that works. And I finally asked this guy, I was like, I'm like, how do you guys all live in the same area? He's like, well, Eddie's like, we call back home, and he was from El Salvador. What's up, Mordecai? He's like, I'm from El Salvador, so my grandpa comes here. And then he calls back home, hey, you know what? I found a place, we're here. And then you just slowly start bringing more and more people. So that's why they all live in groups like that. But I mean, like Hunters Point, which is right off of freaking 280, right there. That whole neighborhood is just... I'd open up a Cadillac dealership right there, But $5 million in reparations, that's bullshit. These people didn't suffer slavery. These people did, and the people that you're taking the money from never owned slaves.
I just had a revelation. Is this even going to go to homeless? Can you imagine?
As long as you're black.
Homeless to a millionaire? Even more reason. See, now I have to readjust my previous statement where people have to figure out how to, move everything to San Francisco and get a, studio apartment. No, they just go there and just sit on the street.
Be homeless.
Be homeless and just wait it out. And eventually you're going to be a millionaire? Yeah, this bill ain't going to.
See, even if I identified as black, it would have messed me up because I live like 1 block out of San Francisco. I used to live in Daly City. I lived on top of the hill in Daly City. Oh shit, here's Sheepdog. Hope says it's not sustainable. It isn't, because think about this. So, let's see. How many black people live in San Francisco? How many people live in San Francisco? I just actually typed in San Francisco. I'm thinking about going there Saturday. There's a March for Life. Okay, so in San Francisco, in the year, what year was this from?
It's probably going to give you people that
from 2020.
In homes, though.
It just says population. So in 2020, there's 44,930 people in San Francisco that are black. So let's do the calculator thing here. Because my arithmetic ain't gonna be that good right now. So let's do 44,930. I'm doing my Judge Judy thing here. Times 5, 1, 2, 3, which is 5,000. 1, 2, 3, which is that 5 million? There's 5 million. That is okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. 7. So 6 0. It's 2 point, or let's see, 1, 2, 3. Man, I can't do this right now. 1, 2, 3.
7 billion.
1, 2, 3.
225 million. That don't sound right.
No, it's not. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Stop talking real quick. I'm on the mushrooms and I'm trying to do this and I can't see very well because I need new glasses. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's billion. So it's $224 billion. $224 billion.
Everybody else is saying million, and I don't.
No.
Maybe math is not my strong suit either. Hope.
Oh, no, it's trillion. $224 trillion, I think is.
No, they're saying million.
No, it can't be million. Because it's 5 million per person. 44,930. Here, you know what I'm going to do? Let me go to my calculator.
Sorry, Siri.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I grew up in a school that had calibration.
224.65, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the number. Is that right? Well, here, we'll just do it right here on this. 44,930.
I need to see the commas for me to register.
5. There's 1,000. Here, we'll do it this way. So that's 5, 50, 500, 5,000, 50,000, 500,000, 5 million. There we go. So here is the number right here. This is 1. So this is 1,000. That's 1,000. That's million. That's billion. $224 billion. Yeah, $224 billion.
Ha. Hope. You're wrong. Nah, boo-boo.
Yeah, because it's 5 million a piece, so, you know, calculator probably. There's no way San Francisco can do this. No fucking way. San Francisco, you guys are out of your fucking mind. So it says the debate over reparations is just beginning. I know they said $5 million. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's see. In 2020 has yet to put a price on reparations, but the recommended remedy for housing discrimination alone topped $560 billion. So we're way off. Oh, and that's only $223,000 for each qualifying. So now multiply that by 20 times. So yeah, that's going to be trillions of dollars. That's more than $1 trillion. Hold on. I know they said $5 million. Let's find it. San Francisco reparation proposal includes $5 million payment for black residents. Here it is on ABC 7. ABC 7. Some new details have emerged from a San Francisco committee about reparations for black residents. According to the San Francisco Chronicle on Tuesday, one proposal is a one-time lump sum reparations payment of $5 million to each and every eligible person. What's up, Placid Teddy? Placid Teddy just followed us on Twitch. But can you believe that? So I'm on shrooms right now. We're not doing math. Anyways, but that's a whole shitload of money.
Zeros, man. They're blending together, man.
Oh, I'm not like that. I need new glasses. You know what I actually did? I went to Costco the other day and I bought like these reader glasses and I got like the most powerful ones and like I can read stuff now. But then it makes me dizzy because I'm not used to it. So these glasses are right. I'm getting old sucks. Getting old really fucking sucks. All right, what's next on the news? But $5 million. So I'm gonna open up a Cadillac dealership and what Mike Jones, you might know this.
Easy, Eddie.
What would you call? So we call them dubs. You get 20-inch rims, but no, people don't get 20-inch rims anymore. Now they're getting like 30-inch rims. So what would you call those? What would you call 30-inch rims?
Man, I don't know. I haven't listened to hip hop in so long.
I mean, holy shit.
What was it? Something they called? They called them flapjacks back in probably like the mid-late 2000s.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think so. However big wheel you got, it made your look like your tires look like pancakes because they had to have such little amount of rubber. So they kind of look like pancakes. So they call them flapjacks.
Oh, no, they're
That was back when the biggest rims were like 24s, I think, though.
yeah. I remember when I was 18 years old, we're driving my brand new Honda, you know, I'm rolling up and they were like, damn, Eddie, what size rims are those? I'm like, those are 17s, bro. You know, I remember when 17s were the shit. You know, like, how big your rim? I got 17-inch rims.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, it's, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, the spinners. You know why they don't have spinners anymore? They had to outlaw them. Do you know why they had to outlaw spinners? I bet you can guess.
Were they flying off and flying into people's windshields?
No, like kids and stuff would be like, oh, those are cool. And they stick their finger in there to touch it as it's spinning, and then they get their finger cut off and shit like that. People were getting sued. The funniest shit I ever saw is I'm driving by this dude, and he's like, you know, I always look when people are thumping because I'm one of those assholes that are like, man, that's a cheap stereo. Because I try to only buy the best. And I'm laughing at this dude already because all you hear is his trunk rattling. And then I look over and we hit the stoplight and I'm like, dude's got spinners on an FBI car. And I'm looking down at it and I was like, wait a minute, those are hubcaps. So he actually went to Walmart because they sold them at Walmart. You had hubcaps that were spinners. They weren't even real freaking rims. It was just a hubcap.
You get on the spin, you have to actually go out and like hit it and get in the car and drive. Like somebody called me off guard today with that too. Like I looked over and I saw what looked to be like some racing wheels on a car. And I was sitting at the stoplight. I looked over and I said, "Oh, racing wheels."
So for people that don't know what spinners are, these are spinners. And I mean, look, it's on a freaking Chevy Impala. But these are spinners. So when the car stops, the wheel keeps spinning. This is what a spinner is. And like,
but what was whenever you got to like seemed like you get to around a certain speed, and the way the wheel was moving and the spinner was like counteracting. Like, it almost looked like the spinner was staying, like, stationary.
Yeah. See, like, okay, so this is kind of cool. I mean, this one that they always stay at the bottom, that's like Rolls Royces. You know, Rolls Royce actually has spinners. See, like, so these are spinners as this guy's driving down the road. See, like, so the guy just stopped to see the wheels keep on spinning. Those are spinners. Those are like the biggest thing in what, like 2003, maybe? Was it 2003? But watch. So Rolls Royce, because if you watch a Rolls Royce, the R's always stay up. So when a Rolls Royce is driving, the R's always stay perfect. Well, I guess it's only the phantom spin. So look, so the R always stays straight up when you're driving a Rolls Royce. Like it never goes down.
Got to be able to read that logo.
Right? You know what I mean? But I just think it's fun. Like, oh my God. When I was working in San Francisco, you know, and like I go to Oakland to go do work or something like that, and we'd be driving around, and these guys are like driving around. Like, you could tell they paid like $500 for the car, right? But it's a $500 car. Like, you can hear from a mile away on like 24-inch rims. Like, one rim costs more than their whole fucking car. It's just like, it's just hilarious.
But they plan on restoring it, Eddie. I figure that's got to be the concept going in.
Let's see, 30-inch rims. I bet you if we
like a lot of those cars that you see with the big ass wheels on them, they're all beat up and stuff. Like if you like really restored them, those would be some badass cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't start. You know, I was always taught when you're fixing up a car, you fix the engine first to make sure the engine runs good. Then you fix the exterior. Why would you put the rims on first? Yeah.
Too many people fixated with their appearance rather than their.
I mean, look at this one. Wait till you see this one. It's a Ford Tempo. It's a fucking Ford Tempo with 30-inch or a Ford Crown Victoria. I'm sorry, it's a Ford Crown Vic with 30-inch rims, and they're spinners. I mean, look at the although there was a meme going around the other day that says, I used to make fun of these guys, but then when, you know, the rivers or the roads are flooded in California, these guys could get around. So, but I mean, like, if you're going to get 30-inch, if you're going to spend the money on 30-inch rims, at least widen your freaking, you know, so they can go inside.
But I hear, like, you know, a lot of people talk about with lifted trucks like I've got, to not, like, even with Jeeps, they say don't go over like 35-inch tires, because after that you're putting too much strain on the axle, I believe, or something like that. Like, once
the transmission,
you those things like bend so much, like you're basically shaving off like a whole bunch of life on that car once you go to the extreme.
Well, like, so, like, it's the same thing. Like, so I had a buddy that had a lifted truck, right? And he had rims and lifted. You know, he was from Arkansas. And he's like, yeah, my transmission broke again. I'm like, again? He's like, well, yeah, when you lift a truck like this, it puts a lot of stuff on the transmission. He's like, I go through transmissions all the time. He's like, you know, I don't know. But what I think the worst of all is you'll see a guy like with a Camaro, or like a Camaro, right? 30-inch rims. I bet you if I type in Camaro, you'll find they'll be on there. You know, people put these heavy-ass rims on cars that are... Look at these. Here's Camaros with 30-inch rims. These cars are meant for speed, and you're taking their speed away by putting these heavy-ass wheels on them. I mean, it takes away the whole purpose of having a fast car. That's what... I mean, just for looks.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I don't get why people put big wheels and, like, you know, thin tires on things like Tahoes and Jeeps and stuff like that. Like, you're taking away from... I understand it's all about going for the visual aspect of it, you know, look flashy, stand out, but...
Hemi says they're called donks,
yeah. What are supposed to do?
But I mean, watch this green car right now. They have spinners on there, so the wheel, it looks like a fake car. I don't know. I don't find the appeal of it.
What you gonna do with a Jeep Rubicon or whatever, Wrangler or whatever they're making, with some big ass wheels on it?
You know, does it look kind of cool? Yes. Would I do this? No. Like, especially the shiny stuff? No way. No way. No way. Anyways, I should get back to the news. How do we go from San Francisco to this? Okay, anyways. Yeah, the mushrooms. So look at this. So back to San Francisco. So if you guys don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe it wasn't even that long ago, this guy in San Francisco, he's a gallery owner. He asked this homeless person to move, and they would never move. So as he's washing, he's just washing the sidewalk down, you know? Just washing the sidewalk down. I guess we should show it. Let's see. I'm sure they had the video in San Francisco gallery. He's washing the sidewalk. You know, he's washing. I say he's washing the sidewalk down. But here's what he does right here. Is there no sound to this? So look, he's sitting there spraying the homeless woman down, right? She's living in front of his shop. Is it wrong? I don't know. Is it wrong for her to be sitting down there? Have you seen this?
Homeless people camped out in front of my shop. Like, I have homeless people that come in my shop. But I tell you, the one homeless dude that went outside to smoke a cigarette and started asking people for money as they came in, he was gone quick.
Oh, here, we'll watch the news story.
The art gallery owner caught on camera here spraying water on a homeless woman has been arrested. The woman reportedly wouldn't move from in front of his business. He was booked on a charge of misdemeanor battery. The owner, 71-year-old Shannon Collier Gwynn, defends his actions, saying he was a victim of vandalism.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great AB.
So what would you think about this, Drunk? You're in San Francisco. You're probably paying $20,000 a month in rent. You have a homeless woman that won't leave. She's peeing and pooping and going to the bathroom in front of your store and scaring your clients from coming in so you can pay that $20,000, $30,000 a month rent. You call the cops and they're like, well, she's homeless. She can do whatever she wants. What would you do?
The hose is probably the lightest thing. I would probably want to start scooping up her leftovers and surprising her with a blanket of her own waste.
Right? This actually happened a long time ago in San Francisco. There's a church. So a church did the same thing. You know, I'm trying to think. The last time I worked in San Francisco in the Union was 2000. It was 2004. No, 2003. Maybe 2004. Oh no, it was after. It was 2008. I'm sorry. So in 2008, I'm working. You know, we're waiting to go in the building at this Union shop in San Francisco, and they're like, "Oh shit, here comes the piss truck." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, this truck has to drive up and down the streets every day, spraying the urine off the streets in San Francisco." This was 2008.
Don't they get paid like $50,000 a year to pick up shit in San Francisco?
I think it's more like 75 grand. It's like 75 grand a year. But so this lady can sit in front of his shop, vandalize his shop, rob from his shop, pee and poop in front of his shop, and the cops can't do anything. He sprays her with a little bit of water, which, yes, I understand, it's called battery, but still. Now he goes to jail, and she's still living in front of his shop.
She probably needed a shower. I mean, come on now.
Well, that's true. That's true. Sneaky Pete says, yeah, she's been vandalizing his shop. I mean, come on. All right, so from the main photo, this is according to Yahoo Life. It says transgender men can get pregnant. Here's what they wish more people understood. Number one, I know what they're gonna. Before even reading this, I'm guessing they're gonna say, well, they were a woman before they became a man, or they're a biological woman. Is that what they're going to say, Drunk? Is that what I'm guessing?
That's what I'm guessing by you saying the way it says is, okay, transgender men can get pregnant. Technically, yes. However, I have limited experience. By all means, I have limited experience. But from the transgender people that I know, they are not happy with that. So they don't want to use that for pleasure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you think you're a female, you're not trying to get somebody to go down on you. If that makes sense.
I don't know.
They're not happy with that.
Well, let's read what this
technically,
says.
yes, but very most likely not going to.
Well, let's see what they say. It says, when Danny Wakefield gave birth to their first child in 2020, it brought to light a string of issues faced by transgender parents in the healthcare system. I had a really hard pregnancy. Wakefield, 36, who is transgender, but also uses they, them pronouns. You know, when you were in high school, could you imagine what's your pronouns? Holy shit. Anyways, tells Yahoo Life that during...
years ago.
Huh?
I said, that looks like me a few years ago. That big old belly.
Yeah. During emergency room visits, Wakefield says they were met with snickers from nurses, as well as doubt, disbelief, and a lack of knowledge from physicians ill-equipped to handle their needs. In one instance, it took an hour and a half to get them to treat me because they didn't believe I was pregnant. The doctors and nurses would talk quietly among themselves, asking each other questions about me, instead of asking me directly. The patients who's sitting right in front of them. Well, here's the issue, because you can't. They don't want you to ask, do you have a dick down there? Because you can't in this world. Because that hurts the transgender people. That makes them feel bad. You can't ask them questions like that. Years and years ago, when the first male had a baby in Bend, Oregon, I called it out, and now look, that actually happened. My cousin is a trans female to male, and she could get pregnant. Yeah, but the way that they're trying to say men can get pregnant, no. If you say trans men can get pregnant, okay. But not men. Men cannot get pregnant. Anyways, says story like Wakefield are not uncommon. I just found that I was pregnant right at the beginning of COVID. Nobody knows I'm a transsexual. Yeah, I guess that person doesn't look transsexual. We grew up in a world with books from preschool on up that until very recently have not imagined the reality. I mean, they're teaching, that's what they're saying. They're teaching this shit to kids now in school. And
Nobody knows gender.
It's like clickbait, right? You know, when they say men can get pregnant, no, men can't get pregnant. Trans men can get pregnant. If you want to consider yourself a trans man, yes, you can get pregnant because you were born a female and you have those parts that can give birth. But stop using this clickbait shit to get, you know, and that's what gets people. And he said, well, you know, he was upset because that the people at the hospital wouldn't ask him, you know, well, how can you have a baby, right? Well, you can't ask a person anymore, do you have a vagina or a penis down there? Because that's against politically correctness, you know? So which way do you want it? You know, it's like back in the, you know, I thought it was bad when we were going through this. Well, you know, women aren't treated equally for men, right? And then you go on, you meet this girl and she's like, yeah, you know, women don't get treated the same as men. And you go on a date with this woman and you don't open the door for her. And then she says, why won't you open the door for me? And it's like, well, you want to be treated just like a man. Well, men should open the door for women. You know, this is exactly what's going, you know, I thought we had it bad back then, right? Holy shit. 3 years ago when I was in college, I did a story, you know, and it was on the different, how many genders there are. And back then there was like 87 genders. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I think this is going to end up turning out really bad for women in general.
Yeah.
You know, since like the, you know, the, what was it, Rosie the Riveter?
Yes.
What was she like? II era type stuff.
World War II. That was when women came, and because all the men went to war, so all the women would go and work. Yes.
And you remember the song, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't. Just like that. No, you can't. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay. So now we've let this whole thing evolve. You know, it's great. This, that, or the other. Now, it's basically the men saying the same thing back to the woman, theoretically, especially with the sports and shit like that. A man can step into a woman's sport and dominate, but it can't do it the other way. Like, and a lot of these trans women like mimic like the like Barbie doll, like all the stereotypes that you think of a woman that are supposed to be like kind of, you know, don't treat me like a piece of meat, you know, this, that, or the other. That's exactly what they end up like trying to become. So it's almost like the men now saying, yeah, you thought you could do better. I can be a woman better than you. I can do this better than you.
It does. I mean, I used to live in San Francisco. I mean, there are women out there. You know, that's the whole problem. You can't tell some of these men or trans women or whatever they're, however you want to say it, right? You can't tell. Like, I remember 20 years ago, some guy got murdered, or a girl got, you know, a person got murdered 20 years ago in San Francisco. They went out and they kept having sex with a couple different dudes. And they said, no, I want to, you know, I'm religious, I'm Catholic, I can only do it up the butt. Because then I'm not, you know, cheating God. And then one day these guys found out, number one, that she was messing with a whole bunch of different guys. But number two, that the person was a guy. And they murdered this person. And they beat him up really badly. I mean, well, what do you expect? Like, I mean, what's that one conservative girl? I saw her one day and somebody like, do you think this girl's hot? And I was like, yeah, she's smoking hot, but she's transsexual. What is that person? It's a conservative.
Blair something. Blair Blake Blair.
Blair White, right? Is it Blair White?
Something like that. I know who you're talking about.
This person, yeah, Blair White. Okay. this person, I mean, if you look at this, here's this girl meeting Tim Pool. It's funny how Tim Pool is the one that shows up on it. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to do that. This is Blair White right here. Does this person look transsexual by any means? Like they used to be a man? Like, if I saw Blair White on the street, I would be like, God damn, who's that? Because I like Mexican girls. Like, holy shit. Sometimes these men can look way better than women. It's just a fact of life. I remember once I was dating, I was in San Antonio, I'm dating some girl, and she's like, hey, let's go play pool. So we go to play pool, right? And Hope says that's clearly a man. Yeah, whatever. So we're down in San Antonio, and she takes me to play pool, and the pool hall she takes me to has a lot of girls playing pool. And, so me being Eddie at, 22 years old, and you have all these hot girls with low-cut shirts playing pool. I'm like, holy shit, looking around and stuff like that. And you could tell my girlfriend was getting pissed. So then she's like, babe, let's go to a club. I was like, all right. So we go to this dance club. I forget the name of it. And we're at this dance club, right? Yeah. And we're in line, and we get inside, and I'm just like, I could tell there was something wrong. And I'm like, yeah, there's something wrong here. And then I realized it, and I look at my girlfriend, and she's like, it was called The Saint. That's what it was called. It was called The Saint in San Antonio. And see, you guys know it's a man. Everybody says that's a man for sure. But I'm just saying.
I'll be honest. I did not. When I was first introduced to Blair White, I just thought another fucking Kardashian, basically.
Thank you. Right. Anyways, so it was a Saint in San Antonio, and my girlfriend was like, let's see you look at another woman here. And I was like, oh, you fucking bitch. Right? She took me to this gay club. And so I'm sitting there, so I just kind of sat on this chair. I'm like, not doing anything. And freaking, so then, how there's like, there's gay people, and then there's the over-the-top gay people. And one of those over-the-top ones come over and starts messing with me, like fucking with me.
Were they flaming Eddie?
No, you don't have to do short, sheepdog. I don't even see it, sheepdog, so don't worry about it. What do you day about this? What? Oh, KJ Smith, sorry. Let me, I got to answer. I'll do that next real quick. Let me finish the story. But yeah, so they start getting in my face. I got kicked out the bar from beating the guy up. But he would, if he hadn't gotten in my, he could tell I was uncomfortable when he made it worse, KJ Smith says, okay, I'm in college. Classes started yesterday, and my teacher is transgender. And it says she, so is she a she that used to be a male, or is it a male? I don't know which way you want to say it. Teach biology. How does that work? So you have a transgender person teaching biology. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. How would that work?
Well, I mean, if they acknowledge that they can never be a biological opposite of like I said, I don't know what they're referring to, if they're referring to their biological sex or what they refer to now. You can teach biology and recognize that you will never biologically be what you're presenting to be. Yeah, I can see that.
All right, so everybody's still talking about, okay, let's look. Blair White, though. I mean, like, looking at this photo of Blair White, I mean, this, you're right. It looks like a Kardashian type person. Apparently, they've had their, gosh darn, I keep hitting the wrong button. They've apparently had their Adam's apple shaved off. I mean, yeah, you can tell this person's fake. But, I mean, I don't know. I think, I'm not gonna lie. Blair White. If Blair White was an actual female, I'd be attracted to her. Am I attracted to her now? No, because I know she's a guy. But would I have been attracted to her if she was born looking like that? Then yes.
Yeah, if you're in LA, like you're probably used to seeing like things like that, not necessarily things. I worded that wrong, but people that have the plastic surgery and things like that.
Right. So like, look at this picture of her.
In my town, this would probably be a red flag that something is wrong to see somebody walking around that obviously looks like they've had a bunch of plastic surgery.
Yeah, no, in California, it's normal.
Like, you know, they see it all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, look at this picture. I don't know if it's popped up yet. Is there a picture of Blair White in a black shirt or black? I don't know, what is that? Dress maybe, I don't know. Just black. It's a Twitter picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking at that picture, she doesn't even really look that fake.
I don't think so. I mean, fake is like, yeah, plastic surgery. Lips have been done. Obviously, nose has been done. Cheekbones been. And I would say that about a female. If I was looking at a picture and you told me this is a biological female, I'd still say the same thing. Their lips have been done. Their nose has been done. Their cheeks have been done.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. And then, so when I was in San Antonio, that same girl, we're at this other girl's house, and I was looking, and they're talking shit about another girl after she left, you know, and she, like, the girls I were with were all, like, they were all thicker. They were all thicker, you know? And so I'm like, what, are you guys just jealous because she's skinny? And, you know, they're like, Eddie, would you date her? I don't even remember this person's name. And I was like, I don't know, she's kind of cute. I'm like, I don't think of her that way. And they're like, Eddie, it's fucking a guy. And I was like, no way. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying these guys can dress up and fool me. I can't tell they're dudes until, you know, that's what I think is the worst part of all.
I didn't know it was going to be that loud, that burp.
I think it's the worst of all. Because, like, I'm watching, a couple years ago, I was watching this. Yes, I still watch MTV. I'm a kid. Sometimes, but I'm watching MTV and it was this something on the beach. It was something like Love on the Beach or something, but they're in the snow. And there was a transgendered girl there, and she's talking to this guy, and she's like, "Should I tell him I used to be a guy?" And I'm like, "Yes," because he would be. You know, you wonder why people like this
get fucked up.
Yeah, if you're transgender, because you know what, I'm sorry. I may be if I'm attracted to you and then you tell me you're a transgender, I'm the fuck out. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. The minute I find out you're a dude, I'm like, get the fuck away from me, you know? No.
Yeah. Now I've had this thought linger around in my head on like how I would approach that.
Well, I'd hit him. I'd punch him.
I guess as long as like nothing like physical or intimate has happened, then like I would be like, you know, wish you would have told me, you know, but maybe this is my liberal self coming out. However, if there was anything like intimate that had happened, like, you know, woo, 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 no, I'm about to fuck somebody up.
Okay, so like
celebrate the new year by shopping our latest model.
How intimate are you saying here? Well, okay, if you kissed each other, what would you do?
You may not punch in the face, but there's going to be something. Like I'm going to throw you to the ground or something.
Like, if you kiss me, no, I'd knock you the fuck out right away.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is a little bit of my liberal coming out. Like I said, if we went out on a date or something and we just had conversation, this, that, or the other, nothing happened. You know, like I'm transgender and just like, you know. Not trying to get down with that, but I appreciate you bringing it up. Now, if you bring it up a little bit later after, like, say, like a kiss or, heaven forbid, even something more, yeah, somebody.
Yeah, that's the liberal in you. No matter if I was even talking on the phone to somebody and then they're nah. I mean, you know, even Donnie's like, Dad, nope. Donnie would bite him. Donnie's like, I would bite this fool. Huh, Donnie? Yeah. Here, you want a treat? Donnie wants a treat.
It is what it is. Like I don't hate them for what they, you know, are trying to be by any means.
Dude, if you want to get up, come on.
there's just certain lines that you
don't
can't
get
cross.
Yeah.
As a man, we know these lines. You know, it's just how you react to those.
Tom McDonald's snowflake video has it. Okay, now I gotta look. See, all these people are judging right now because they know though. Tom McDonald.
Don't tell me nobody watched those shows back in the day with Maury Povich. Is it a man or is it a woman and got tricked a few times?
You know what? When somebody just mentioned they think they saw it on like a Ricky, like I think it was probably more like my guess would be probably more of a Jerry Springer video. Or you're saying Blair?
Maury Povich used to do it all the time before it was like he or his not you or you're not the father. Before that, his big thing was, is it a man or is it a woman?
Uh-huh.
And then all these people come out and you had to guess whether it was a man or a woman.
Here he is.
Sometimes out.
I'll be honest, I really don't listen to Tom McDonald. Maybe I should. I don't know. What's up, Donnie? I thought I just saw him and yeah. Uh-oh. Donnie wants to come say hi to everybody. Good, because I don't want to look at this anymore. See, look. Hey. You're not in charge here, dude. Donnie wants to say hi to everybody again.
Hey, I'm Donnie.
What do you want to say?
The show.
He wants
I want $125 million.
He wants his treat. Look at him. Yes, you can give me a hug all you want. This is what I mean by he gives me hugs, guys. This is a Donnie hug. It's kind of like, Dad, I want a treat.
Yeah, they bury the nose into the throat kind of and like push against.
Yeah.
That's some good hugs.
Right? Oh, yeah. You got to love your dogs. No, it was 2 Ricky Lake guests. They killed the other guy after he found out. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about a specific episode.
Well, I never really watched Ricky Lake, but yeah, this was a specific fucking episode of it.
I used to watch all the times.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I got a short. You know, a lot of we did this thing, where we would show court and stuff like that, and I was thinking about doing it again. I got to show you guys this episode of court if I can find it. I've been watching so many lately that it's hard to find. But this judge, holy shit, this judge was not having it. It was a real short one too. Let's see. This judge was like, she totally went off on this girl. Where is it? Let me see if I can find. I've been watching. I was hooked on these court shows all weekend. Everybody should listen to Tom McDonald. I guess I gotta start listening to him more often. Let me see if I can find the right judge now. Drunk Uncle, you'd even enjoy this judge. This judge was like not having it whatsoever, and it's a real short one. Does anybody else like? I know Gra watches them too. These judge shows, they get pretty interesting.
Wish Judge Joe Brown was still on. Maybe he is. Maybe I don't even.
No, I don't think so.
He is.
No,
he is my favorite.
Yeah, no, these are actual fucking court cases now because everything's done by Zoom nowadays. So it gets like really fucking crazy. Oh, and like I was watching one the other day, and the judge was like, this guy. So the judge is black, and the guy's like, you know what, officer? They treated me like this because I'm black, and the judge is just like, I'm black. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can find it. This judge was just, oh, here it is. Here it is.
Like with me.
So it's 11 minutes and 45 seconds long. I'm gonna show you guys. Got to watch this with us. This judge had me rolling the other day. We only have one news left item after this. We'll watch this little court thing. You guys like watching the court stuff with us?
Your Honor, this defendant was placed on a non-reporting probation back in 2019. He was originally assigned to Officer Bumpus. The only condition is to pay money.
You're gonna like this, Trump.
As it stands right now, the balance on this case is $966. He does have $1,494 in tickets owed to the court. He has a warrant out of the 19th District Court and a warrant out of the 43rd District Court for failure to appear on matters at those courts.
All right.
So this guy has a whole bunch of failure to appear.
With non-reporting probation is that they're not reporting. And so nobody is monitoring. And that's why there could be a misguided
this is real, Lillian. This is a real court case.
Thought that the person is not on probation.
This one's out of...
additionally, the fact that it was, only to pay money.
I'm not sure.
Is another issue, but I didn't do the sentencing. So, Ms. Cameron, did your client pay the $966?
He claims he's paid everything, but based on what Officer Thomas has indicated, he has not paid.
From Michigan, guys.
I'm not sure if he's confused. He claimed he wasn't on probation. I can understand why he may think that he wasn't based on the non-reporting status, as the court indicated.
This is from Detroit, Michigan.
So I'm asking the court to give him some time to pay.
Ms. Seelman, do you have Mr. Martin with a balance of $966 on this case?
It says $888.
Mr. Martin, do you disagree that you owe the court at least $888 on this case? You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, some of these people are trying to do Zoom.
Do it one more time. All right.
Yes, I disagree.
So where's your receipt that you paid it already?
Yeah, he's in jail, I think. Oh, wait.
No, I haven't paid yet.
No, he's not. He's on a cell phone.
Well, you just say you disagree. So you haven't paid? You didn't pay the money?
Plans to pay.
No, I haven't. I haven't been on
he's fitting to pay
this probationary period that y'all claim that I spent on.
Mr. Martin, are you coherent? Are you?
He's high as fuck.
Are you under the influence of alcohol or drugs?
No, I'm not.
Well, why is your speech slurred?
Because maybe my phone technology.
No, that has nothing to do with phone technology.
Blame it on the phone.
Mm-mm.
It's the phone fault, Judge.
You're clear. Your voice is very clear. However, your speech is slurred.
Okay, well, my phone is breaking up on this end.
It's not breaking up on our end.
I remember the whole day. Oh, I'm going to an elevator.
I agree with anything.
Okay, well, I don't agree either. So let's do this, Mr.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to leave. There's a fire in the building.
Oh, snap.
Well, why I don't hear that in my courtroom? The courtroom is on
like,
mute.
You lying.
It's so faint. I can hear the siren slightly, but I didn't know what they said.
They just said to evacuate.
It's so faint. I mean, I would have burned up.
Oh, well, your life seems like it's in jeopardy, Miss.
I'm just saying. I heard.
Dude's like,
I mean, your life seems like it's in jeopardy.
No, this is not. He's like, bye, Juanita.
See, Mr.
Right.
Thomas.
Mr. Thomas' life ain't in jeopardy. But Miss Seelman's life is in jeopardy.
Dude, these court cases can get pretty funny.
I need you to do something. I mean, all the crabs can't hear. Y'all can't hear the.
He gone. Everybody gone with me.
He's like, he gone.
I know he I leave you in there. Don't say that.
Okay, no, he didn't, Judge. But he ain't in here. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, Miss, we gonna have
Hey,
to
what's up,
address
Dave?
that. Go on out, Miss Seelman. Get out the building, ma'am.
I know, right? I'm going.
They done left the clerk in the building.
Dude didn't care about nobody else. He's like, I'm out.
Mr. Thomas said, y'all can keep talking if you want to, but I'm out.
Dude, this gets funny.
Well, for those
I
of us
promise
who
you.
are on Zoom, we're going to continue. But for those of us who are not being evacuated, we're going to continue. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to adjourn this case, Mr. Martin. And I need you to come in person for me.
Here's where it starts.
I need you to come in person, and I need you to gather yourself and get your life together. Now, they told me you have some warrants and stuff in other places. You have $1,900 in tickets. Now, I'm trying not to amend the original.
I have a warrant for traffic tickets.
I don't care what it's for. It's still a warrant for your arrest. Are you're gonna talk over me, or am I gonna get to talk? And tell whoever that is cursing.
No, wait for it.
It's gonna impact you.
Wait for this.
Let me tell you something about your unprofessional ass.
Let me tell you something about your unprofessional. Everything you said. So I'm gonna mute the person, Mr. Martin.
Dude, so this guy is in court and he's got somebody else in the room with him saying, "Let me tell you about you unprofessional ass, Judge."
Oh, I thought that was somebody else that said that?
Yeah, that was somebody that's in the room with this guy.
Oh, I thought his meth just like kicked in or something because he was all slurring and all of a sudden he's like, "Let me tell you about your ass." I was like, holy shit.
It gets better. It gets better. Watch.
Because they're only going to impact you. And that's only going to make you have to go to jail because you are not in a place that is quiet. And the rude, disrespectful, ignorant individual who is in the room with you, who for some reason has decided that I'm unprofessional, with their rude, disrespectful, and ignorant language, that's only going to impact you. I don't know who it is. And I quite frankly could give less than a rat's patootie who it is. But what I'm saying to you is whoever it is a part of your problem. Whoever that ignorant, disrespectful, rude person is a part of the reason that you have appeared in my courtroom with your language clearly slurred. It is also a part of the reason that you have all of these $1,994 in tickets. Because one of the things about life is that we have to be careful who we surround ourselves with. And sometimes we have to cut off certain people in order to not go down with the ship. But you can go down with the ship.
Just wait for it.
And tell that individual who was cursing in court while you were in court that they can come meet me at 421 Madison Street and say it to my face.
This judge is like, you can come down to 421 Madison Street, motherfucker, and come say it to my face.
They can come down.
No dude's in jail, though. This is a fake call out. But
No, he's not in jail. He's not in jail. This is just on Zoom. So the person's not in jail. He's at home.
Oh, I thought he was in jail.
No, the guy. What's up, Willow? No, the guy's in jail. Or the guy's at home. It's all because you can tell because when they're in jail, the camera looks normal.
Room 3.
Yeah, she keeps going off on him. Watch.
39. Because if they're bold enough to say it on Zoom, be bold enough to come meet me at 421 Madison Street, courtroom 339, and say it completely to my face. I welcome it.
Dude, the guy that's in front of the judge, that's actually still on camera, he's like, fuck. This dumb motherfucker just fucked it all over me.
I welcome it. I welcome it. Now, Mr. Martin.
I welcome it.
According to Mr. Thomas, you owe 800 strike.
Anyways, that was I saw that the other day. This is from some guy. His name is Old Squishy Gardner's Court Watch. I've been watching this guy's like courtroom shows like all weekend long. Or all week long. It's some funny shit.
I hope Michael Martin beat the dog snot of whoever was in his house after he got off that Zoom call.
Right?
You motherfucker!
I would be pissed. You know? Yeah. Like, and then there's like other ones where like people are walking around and like this one lady, she has her phone and then she goes like this and then like she's like butt naked. There's other ones where guys like smoking joints, you know, while they're waiting for their name to get called.
I ain't no marijuana judge.
Right? I mean, this shit, it's just funny watching these court cases. I mean, you know, you wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. What? Do you want to go outside? The show's almost done, dude. We'll go in a minute. But I mean, it's like, holy shit. Yeah. If you're going to go on Zoom, folks, go on Zoom and be alone. There's more than just that one. There's other ones, too. There's other ones, too, where people would just start, you know, cussing out the judge and stuff like that. There was one to where they were on some court case, and the judge actually dismissed the court case for him, right? Like, dismissed the charges. And this guy's like, this dumb fucking bitch, you know? And then he hangs, and they're like, what did you say? So they actually got the phone number to the person, called him up, and then held him in contempt of court. Most of this shit, you just can't believe it. It actually happens. Oh, yeah, here we go. We got 2 more news. I'm sorry. We got 2 more news going on.
One quick thing.
Yes.
I'll try to make it quick. One thing that I did notice, and a few times I've had to go to court, you know, pretty much traffic tickets, shit like that. I think I've had to be a witness or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to sit there and you have to watch everybody else's stuff, pretty much.
Yeah.
Some people that would come in on like sometimes low end charges, sometimes medium charges, like, but they come in just looking like street clothes. Like, at least, like, I know everybody can't afford to wear a suit and tie.
Yeah.
By any means. But like a ripped up shirt, and like, you know, jeans that got mud all over them, or they're hanging off your ass, and you got a fucking jersey on or something. Like, there's got to be something else.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot that it just has to do with respect. You know, respect for the court. Like, yeah, I know judges can see that. You know, at least if you're making an attempt.
Yeah, these are
like I said, not like I expect you to have a fucking suit.
Yeah, Judge Judy hated it, and these are like my Judge Judys. You know, these are like my Judge Judys. Yeah, there's been ones where lawyers get in fights with judges, stuff like that. It's all crazy watching this stuff. It really is crazy. But hey, Drunk Uncle, your favorite congressional person is going to be running for re-election. AOC is going to be running for re-election.
I thought she already got re-elected.
She did, but now she already filed her petition to run again.
Oh, goodness.
Like, I mean, yes, we have Gavin Newsom here, but I think AOC is way worse than Gavin Newsom. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. Well, U.S. will resume the border wall. Hold on. You know what, Donnie? Talk about something real quick. I gotta let Donnie out. I think he's got to go potty. Come on, you want to go potty? You want food?
Fucking A. News? Nah, fuck it. I'll tell you about jujitsu.
He doesn't want to go outside. He just wants to bother me.
Yeah, he's already back. He said, "Oh, Drunk Uncle said something about jujitsu. I'm coming back. I'm not gonna let him go on this rant."
Right there, you go. Go for it. No, go for it real quick. I'll let you go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I got a couple subs today and try to extend it out, but no.
Nice.
We keep going.
Yeah. Okay, so get this. So the United States will resume the border wall construction in San Diego Park. So I'm thinking about this. I'm like, oh shit, Joe Biden stepping up to the plate. But no, that's not what they're doing, guys. What they're doing is they're lowering the wall. Joe Biden is now taking the wall and making it lower in San Diego because too many people complain that it's too high.
The reason that their plants are dying or something?
No, they're saying it's too high because, you know, they're complaining that it's too high because, and that people, what are you calling it? it's too hard for the illegals to climb over it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, you know, I seen that from still when I was liberal. Like, you don't think Mexicans ever heard of ladders? You know, build the thing as high as you want. You just get a big enough ladder, you're going to get over it. But what they should do, if they're going to take
catapult,
they're going to lower the wall, they take those pieces and start building more wall. Don't waste it.
And that's the problem. They do waste it. Let's see. I had the rusting. Now, I don't know why. It should have been earlier in here. Let me see if I can find it. What's his name? Alec Baldwin. So now they're Alec. Let me type it in. So if you guys remember Rust.
Oh yeah.
Look, you know, I'm even gonna read a CNN story on it. It says, actor Alec Baldwin will be charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter in the fatal shooting of cinematographer Hala Hutchins on the set of the Western movie Rust. If you guys don't remember, he's on the set of this film. He like points at the, you know, it's supposed to be a fake gun, or not a fake gun, but it's supposed to have blanks in there, right? And he points it at this girl and shoots her. Huh?
I want to say one thing before you go through the article, because since this is CNN, I'm really curious to whether they specify something or not.
All right, well, let's see.
I wonder if they mention anything that's in his belt. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so it says Baldwin, who was maintained he was not aware the gun he fired contained a live round, called the New Mexico prosecutor's decision a terrible miscarriage of justice, according to his attorney. He also at one point said, well, I didn't shoot her. I never pulled the trigger. A gun doesn't fire itself. But anyways, so Jason Bowles, an attorney for the film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, said a jury will find his client not guilty because she has not committed a crime. It says Hutchins was struck and killed in 2021 by a live round of ammunition fired from a prop gun being held by Baldwin, who maintains he did not pull the gun's trigger. Like I said, he said, I didn't pull the trigger. A gun doesn't fire itself.
Somebody that knows more about guns could probably educate me, but like with those, if you held the trigger and you just like fan it, does that work?
Hold on, let me see what you're doing. What do you mean? Do what? Do it again?
So these bolt action, like, you know, where you have to pull the hammer back, like I wonder, because I already seen the whole thing where a guy pulled out the thing, he pulled the hammer back, and he's like, you just can't pull a hammer, and it like slams into it and fires it. But I remember those old like Western movies where they were like, so can you like
you're
hold
talking
the trigger
with the hammer, yeah,
and just like fan the hammer? Either way, he would have to have pulled the trigger.
Yeah, it requires a lot of. I mean, you can't just. So like even right now, I can't like. I don't know if you can. Hold on, let me go into another mode. You can't just pull the trigger of your weapon. I mean, it takes a certain amount of force to pull that trigger, right?
Well, this is an old gun that they're talking about. This is a gun from like the 1800s, right? You remember watching those? I'm sure you've seen them, the Westerns, where they do that so they can like fire real fast.
Yes.
They're like hammer.
Yeah, but still, you got to pull the trigger. There has to be
like
so much
said,
pressure.
You actually had to gauge the trigger, absolutely. But like.
So Wayne says yes.
Yeah.
On a revolver.
I'm not trying to make any excuses for him whatsoever by any means, especially with the belt. But we'll see if they cover that.
Yeah. Lillian, are you asking me if this is a real gun? Yes, this is a real gun. Hold on, let me get it again. This is a Springfield Armory XD9. This is a real weapon. You can see it is a real weapon. It's got its lock on there. I keep it locked like you're supposed to. So YouTube can't get me in trouble. But yes, this is a real Springfield 9mm XD.
Turns out I'm going to have to learn about weapons soon.
So, and I definitely need to get a gun. You know, I want to get one of these biometric gun safes, you know, so I don't have to keep this lock on there. Because what's the point of having a gun locked up like this? right? Somebody breaks into your house. You know, well, you got to go find the key. You got, you know what I mean?
We got that lock on it.
Yeah, well, I have to, because you know I'm in California. Number one, I don't have any kids around me. There's no safety, you know, but I also don't want to get myself in trouble because you know people like to get me in trouble. People are looking to get me in trouble, so yeah. You didn't think they were allowed to have guns in California? We can have guns in California. I got a 12-gauge shotgun around the corner, too.
That's what I want.
12-gauge shotgun?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if it was an accident, but I don't think it was an accident, to be honest with you. Didn't he say something like, I could kill you right now? It wasn't even part of the movie. They weren't even doing the movie when he shot him.
Let's get back to the article because I'm really curious to whether they mentioned anything about his belt. Because I think I know things maybe it haven't been brought up.
It says the cause of death is listed as a gunshot wound of chest and the matter of death as an accident. It is comfort to the family. It is a comfort to the family that in New Mexico, no one is above the law. Here's why New Mexico First Judicial District Attorney spoke on CNN, said she decided to file charges. An actor does not get a free pass. So other actors, including A-list celebrities consulted by prosecutors, said they've always checked their guns or someone check it in front of them. Carmack Atwees told CNN shortly after announcing her intention to file involuntary manslaughter charges. Every person that handles a gun has a duty to make sure that as they're going to handle the gun, point it at somebody, and pull the trigger, that it's not going to fire a projectile to kill anyone. She added, an actor does not get a free pass just because they're an actor. That is what is so important. We are saying here in New Mexico that everyone is equal underneath the law. There was such a lack of safety on the set. Live rounds were mixed in with dummy rounds on the set, and crews were not checking ammunition regularly. There was such a lack of safety and safety standards on the set. There were live rounds on set. Nobody was checking those, or at least they weren't checking them consistently. And then they somehow got loaded into a gun, handed off to Alec Baldwin. He didn't check it. He didn't do any of the things that he was supposed to do to make sure that he was safe or that anyone around him was safe. And then he pointed the gun at Helena Hutchins and he pulled the trigger. You got to remember, I'm pretty sure they were filming this too, right? The cameras had to be working, so it's all on film. So they described the production as a really fast and loose set when it came to safety. The trigger had to have been pulled, they're saying. So I'm not seeing anything about the belt. So what are you saying about the belt, Drunk Uncle?
So, word has it is they touched on it for a hot second, but they didn't go into detail.
Okay.
So that they found live ammunition laying around the place.
Yeah.
One of those places, and somebody's going to have to tell me what this is because I don't know what it is. I don't know shit about guns.
Yeah.
But they a live round in Alec Baldwin's gun belt, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
So the theory that was brought up was something that you brought up earlier, where he was mad at the girl. Mm-hmm. Why don't I just shoot you right now? Maybe it passed through the hands of the producer or something, then to the armorer, and then to him. But he's got a fucking live bullet right in his belt. It's a revolver. Like, I'm pretty sure you just kind of pull the thing out to the side, dump a bullet out, slide that bullet in.
You dump the shell casings out, yes.
Well, no, to get rid of the whatever they put in there for the shot.
Oh,
uh-huh. Your blanks or your dummies.
So what you're saying is Alec, they could have gave him the right blanks, but then Alec Baldwin had some live rounds in his thing, so he could have gone to his pocket real quick, switched them. That I get, and even Mike Jones says I think he's knowingly switched to bullets. He's a hot head.
They put a live round in his gun belt, whatever that means.
Yeah,
they could be belt fed. You know, I know they have a such thing as a belt fed, but I don't think that would apply to a revolver. That's it. I don't know shit about guns, but like that kind of shows like motive was that he was not very happy with the guy or a girl. And opportunity is he had a live bullet on him that they found. So
yeah, CNN didn't mention a thing about it.
Put more all in, we don't know.
CNN did not mention a freaking thing about that.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, real quick. Hey, so when we were gone, you know, all that stuff was going on between Matt Gaetz, you know, and Kevin McCarthy, trying to make him, you know, Speaker of the House, right? Yeah. You know what was all going on, Drunk Uncle? Well, anyways, well, you're going to the bathroom. Anyways, I got to show this video because there's a thing out there and it's called bad lip reading, right? To where they take people and you know, they'll watch movies and they'll take the sound out and then they put their own words in. So I shared this, like 11 days ago, but I still think this thing is funnier than shit. So I'm going to play it again because, I mean, I laughed my ass off every time I watch this. So let's watch it again here. This is, if you guys don't remember, Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy were having an argument, but you couldn't really read what they were saying. But this is just hilarious. So watch this.
Son, what does it go for, Bill? Can you say it? Well, who knows? A really rich doctor said you were a bummer, and I think you don't know algebra. No, we're talking science, bud. The science of what? Is that a tiger? One of your friends promised me I could flick you in your face. Absolutely, you may not do that.
Hit him in his cringy smirk, for real.
Say any cereal name. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're like people in the 12th century. Why'd he say it like that? You're a formulated pickle popper.
He's a storm cloud.
I don't like you, dude. And there's a tiger. Oh, that's it. You two guys sent the tiger.
I did not me.
What?
I mean,
tiger? That's that is reprehensible.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Brad,
I'm a horrible person.
Brad, I'll report you to Nadine. I just want your leg bones to be okay. I brought the tiger.
Brought the gorilla.
You got somebody on the organ now? Hey man, you're gonna pay for dinner. You're gonna pay. No.
I had to show it again because I mean this thing. Oh man, go to the bad lip reading people because they're just this shit is just funny. Oh yeah, this is another one of the lawyer guys I watch, but he's so boring.
Like analogs to like an AI generator or something. Because how would you sit there and try to, unless they've got somebody that has a big sense of humor and is deaf, to sit there and look at them and be like, this would be funny.
No, you don't. Because I mean, you don't gotta be deaf.
Match, you know what I mean?
It does match. It's just it's just there's people that can do that shit on the spot. They're just fucking hilarious. Like so I used to be on this radio show called The Doghouse, Wild 94.9 in San Francisco. And Elvis, I mean, he would do these prank calls, and he was just the fucking best at this stuff, you know? He could do these prank calls, and, like, he could meet people on the street, and just the stuff that he did was just hilarious. Elvis, let me type in The Doghouse. Let me see if we can find any of his stuff. His name is Dan Lay. Here we go. Here, we'll do some of this. So like, heck, might as well show it. This is them like live on the street. Drunk, you'll be hearing it later on, I guess.
My God, would you stand up straight?
But this guy could just do this stuff.
Okay. You need some calcium? Maybe drink some milk? I don't know. Ma'am, do you need some help with those bags?
No, thank you.
Those bags under your eyes?
Would you like this cane in your face?
Did you get a free bowl of soup with that hat? Were you in the Olympics? This guy was in the Olympics.
Here, let me share my screen with you so you can see it right away.
Hey, it's Weird Al Yankovic. Look, Weird Al Yankovic. You like muff diving? Yeah. This guy likes to muff dive. He likes to muff dive. Hey, orange was last year's color. That's over. He has had no good muff in a long time.
There you go.
Can I get you a chair? You look terrible.
So you can see it
You
live.
Okay? Fine. Okay, good. I mean, seriously. Yeah, you know what? Fucking beat it. Yeah. When'd you wax your legs last? Hello? Did you wax your legs recently? No. You might want to think about it. You might want to think about it.
Fuck you, man.
They're hairy as hell.
Who the fuck are you to tell me that?
Excuse me? I'm just saying, dude. You got some hairy-ass legs.
Fuck you. You say that in New York, they'll fucking shoot you.
It's not New York, sir. What's up, Al? How you doing, Al? Albert Einstein. It's Albert Einstein. What's up?
I mean, some guys can just, I mean, this is old.
You might want to
so.
pull the belt down a little bit there, pal. That's up around your neck. It's choking. It's called Rogaine. Put some on the back there.
This one's kind of dumb. Never mind. This one's pretty dumb. But like the doghouse used to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's see. And they don't have any better ones.
You wanted to bail out when he started talking about hair loss. I feel you. I felt the same.
Oh, yeah.
Made me feel uncomfortable.
Guys, you must be Fitty.
I am.
What's up, bro?
Hey, nice to meet you.
And you must be Scotty.
I'm Scotty.
Yeah, this is Wild. Let's see. No, that's not Wild 94.9.
Your own death. Real smart. Hitchhiking's pretty dangerous. You guys know that, right?
That's the typical
Yeah, that's not San Francisco.
Oh, my bad.
Stereotype.
My bad.
Listen, nobody picks up people anymore.
Except those meth,
Hold on.
laden truckers that are coming by at 2 in the morning that are still up.
Let's see if they have any better ones.
Pick up is someone that looks like they have drugs.
Yes, money.
Here, let's do one of his prank calls. The Man Show, yeah, they do Man Show type stuff. Oh, this is my favorite one. I've played this one for you guys before, but this is funny.
Hello?
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 Can you hear me?
Who is it?
Hey, turn the fucking TV down.
Who is it?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, it's your neighbor.
My member?
Your neighbor, you dumb This is
my neighbor?
Yeah, your neighbor, the paper you've been stealing. My paper.
Your paper?
Yes, my newspaper every morning that comes to my house, and you come over and take it and bring it to your house?
Is Trump the Classified still around?
It's 50 cents every day, and I pay for the goddamn paper.
I take your paper?
Yeah, you take my paper.
Why?
I don't
What's
know
up,
why.
Melissa?
That's why I'm calling you. I'm trying to find out why the hell you do something like that.
Why you know that? Why you know I take it?
This is
Yeah,
one of the
I know you
funniest
take it. You want me
ones.
to kick your ass?
This is
Why you know
Hollywood.
I take it?
Yeah, you stop taking my paper, otherwise I'm gonna kick some ass.
Oh!
I want you to go get the paper right now and read it to
No,
me,
it's
because I
not
don't
the
know
Jerky
what the
Boys.
hell's
They're
going
like
on in
the
the
Jerky
world,
Boys.
because I don't have a frickin' paper.
Motherfucker, shit, bitch!
Hey, you don't talk to me like that.
What's that, guy?
You want a trouble, right?
What?
You want trouble, right?
You want some
You
trouble?
want trouble.
If you want trouble, I got I got trouble right here waiting for you. You bring my fucking paper home now, and then you'll see trouble. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You wrap that fucking paper up back the way it was, and you get it right outside right now. And you know what? I'll meet you right in between our yards, and we're gonna throw some down.
So they call the guy back.
Hello?
Hello?
What are you calling?
Why are you trying to change your voice?
What are you calling?
I know who this is. I would just want to get my newspaper back on a regular basis, all right?
You want a newspaper?
Yeah, I want my newspaper back.
Yeah, just come in my house,
And
okay?
I'm tired of playing with you. You don't want me in your house, because I'll tear that thing apart.
Police, come in my
I'm
house.
gonna do one for you, drunk
You want
uncle,
me to come
because it's
over
called
there?
the drunk guy
Kick
interview.
your ass. I'll take my newspaper.
Yeah.
I can be over there in 2 seconds.
All right.
I just wait for you.
Okay.
How? Now.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Come in now.
Okay, you keep the door unlocked, and I'll walk right in there.
Just come in 5 minutes now.
Okay, no, not 5 minutes. I'm coming over right now.
All right, come in.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on.
Like, these are real phone calls
All right,
that
come
they would
in.
do.
All right, here I come.
All right, come in. huh?
Okay, okay,
All right.
okay.
I just wait for you, okay?
Okay.
I've ready everything.
Okay, you ready?
5 minutes now. If you not come in, I just call police.
Here, so he did this bit where he was like a drunk guy and he would call people and interview them. You know, he'd like call from the radio station but he'd do it in his drunk voice. So you might like this one. You might like this
Well,
one.
it's really up to he like let God know that this was all a prank. Because just imagine if you live next door to somebody that you really don't know.
I never even thought about that. I don't think they would. I don't know. I'd have to call. I haven't talked to them, and like, I never even had their personal numbers. I was on the show like twice. Like, as soon as they hired me.
He's telling him to come next door, and I'm like, oh, somebody's about to get fucked up, and they might not even know.
Right. Well, like, you know, like I said, I was only on the show like a couple times, and as soon as I got hired to be on the show, they got kicked off the air. So I was only on there for a little bit. But you might like this one. You know, I don't know which one this is, but he always did his good stuff.
Hey, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Cynthia Porterhouse here, please?
Cynthia Whitehouse is here.
Oh, I'm so Sam Dory. This is Steve Hingelhofer. I'm calling to do an interview about your book on poofters.
Excuse me?
Ass munchers? Butt weasels.
I guess, you know, it's not as good. I'm out of it. You know how you used to do stuff back in, like, a food ate so good when you were like 15 years old, and now you go eat it. It's not the same anymore.
Oh yeah, I used to love double quarter pounder with cheese, no onions, super size with a Coke.
I can't stand McDonald's. I'm sorry, I don't like McDonald's.
Yeah, I would like feel horrible if I ate that crap now.
Geez, you know, we're having our own conversation over here, and everybody in the chat room is talking about JFK and Lyndon B. Johnson. That's like way out of my... I don't even know about shit back then. Melissa says JFK was killed by the CIA. It was an inside job. George Bush Sr. was in charge of the CIA and helped plan it so Lyndon B. Johnson could be in control.
Yeah, I'm still hovering on whether it was the CIA or the mafia that took out JFK. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit of both.
I've heard it was the CIA more than anything. When you're talking about mafia, you're talking about the other person.
It was his brother. But
no. Who did the mafia take out? Who was the mafia boss that everybody talks about? Like, some people say, oh, he's buried under the New York Giants field. Some other people say he was... Huh?
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, Jimmy Hoffa. There we go. Jimmy Hoffa.
I've talked to a lot of old timers, and you know, I've talked to several people that have their ideas about it, and they both have made very good arguments on the mafia. I know somebody just said not the mafia, but supposedly Kennedy run on like doing something to help the mafia. Teamsters or something like that. I don't even know what a Teamster is. I really don't know.
Okay, so a Teamster is the union. So a Teamster, they're a union of truck drivers. You know, they deliver the newspapers and stuff like that.
But I guess maybe they were involved with the mafia or something like that. But after he run on this whole thing about like helping and like getting support from this.
Yeah, Mike Jones.
These teachers, and then done exactly what he said that he wasn't going to do, and so but like for back then, for the mafia and the 3-letter agencies to be embedded with each other, even today, I wouldn't see that as.
So there's a person in this chat room, and somebody has. I think this person has ties to certain cultures, and I'm not going to say anybody's name. You tell me if I can ask you questions about that, because I'd love to ask some questions about it, but I don't know if I can or not. So there's a person in the chat room. If you don't mind me asking questions, then go for it. If not, we're going to move on to the subject and see if they answer or not within the next 2 minutes, because I know some people are behind. I have an idea, Drunk Uncle. So I've been watching all these shows, you know. What do you think if the United States, you know, with our power and our power of war, let's say we get in the right president, he just decides to say, you know what, we're going to take over the fucking world. We're going to take over the world. We're going to go to war with every single country. We're going to become the rulers of the whole entire earth. Do you think we should have a discussion on if that could happen, what would happen, stuff like that? I think we should do like a round table on something like that.
talking like another Hitler or something, or are we talking about a?
No, I'm just saying. What if the United States took over? Because we're more we have, all the weapons. And let's say we just go to war with everybody and we take over the world. Every single country in the world has to speak English. Every single country in the world uses the American dollar. There's no more trading back and forth. We just control everything.
Wouldn't that be globalism?
Yeah, global. I guess it would be globalism, right? Okay, that person didn't respond, so don't worry. I won't bring it up ever again. I just, I had an opportunity to ask some questions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that certain people in my family had ties to those things, but I never. The only time I brought it up, like, the response that I got was like, "All right, shut the fuck up."
What the fuck are you
like,
doing
I
after, Donnie?
got that response.
Matt Rogers says no.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. I just thought about it one day. I'm like, because everybody wants to come to the United States, and we're sending our fucking money everywhere. Here's my reasoning, right? If we're sending money everywhere, paying for everybody else to live, we got to help support, don't worry about the poor kids in Africa, and we're sending money over there. Why don't we just fucking take the motherfucking country over and make it better? Right? And then, we got to send money to the people over here. Well, why don't we just take the fucking country over and make it better, and then and then they can get on our welfare, because we're putting them on our welfare anyways. We keep putting all of our money into other countries, and I'm sick and tired of it.
And I don't know if this is maybe some liberal coming out in you, but I had that idea a long time ago, but it wasn't necessarily about the rest of the
dare
world.
you?
Yeah. Hear me out, but I had this same idea about all the Mexicans trying to come to the United States. And I was like, why don't we just fuck them up and take half of Mexico?
That's not liberal, though. That's not being liberal. Me saying let's take them over, that means you're like, what? If I'm going to send my fucking money over there, I might as well control the motherfucker anyways. That's what I'm saying. That's not liberalism.
No, is that not what I just said, though? I'm just saying I was a liberal when I had this idea.
I know, but you said my liberal was coming out. I'm saying that's not liberalism at all.
I said it may be. I'm just saying I had an idea when I was a liberal that, we were talking about the border, like people like wanting to come to America, this, that, or the other. And I was learning more about Mexico and like how basically so much of the cartels run Mexico. That you have like Mexico City, which is, I guess, is about as, to the book as you can get for Mexico. And then the farther out you get from Mexico City, the more and more corrupt it becomes. And the more and more people are just living in shit and this, that, or the other. So, didn't we take Texas from Mexico? And New Mexico from Mexico? Like, why don't we just go fuck them up and
It's called winning
But
wars.
then again,
but no, we bought. That's my history's bad. Wasn't that part of Louisiana Purchase or whatever? I don't know. My history sucks.
Louisiana Purchase was from the French. That's why they speak French.
Ah.
Hey. Yeah.
Boule Juju, whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I was watching a documentary the other day, and I remember, it's funny. It happened like a year ago today when I was at that Trump rally in Arizona, and this girl, she emailed me. I'm a French TV journalist and blah, 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 and kept emailing me. And then I'm at this Trump rally, and she totally follows me around trying to get a hold of me, so I'll give her an interview. And so I'm watching Discovery Channel the other day, and I was like, holy shit, that's Sophie. So I emailed her. I'm like, hey, I just watched you on Discovery Channel. And so we were talking back and forth, and she's like, hey, I'm going to come, so apparently we're going to end up going have lunch sometime.
Word.
Yeah, some French girl, probably hairy all over the place.
Yeah, Andy, I just assumed that with Texas having places like, San Antonio and El Paso that
Woody Harrelson that
used to be part of Mexico.
Mike Jones says, I used to live in Mexico, and there's a lot of great people are suffering due to cartels. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of shit. It's totally fucking awful what's going on down there, right? And that's what I mean. You know, we send money down there to stop the war on drugs. Well, then why don't we just take the motherfucking country over and just handle it our fucking selves? It's like, dude.
take a portion of it. Let the refugees come in and at least have a somewhat better life, but you kind of treat it as like maybe a Puerto Rico or
something like that. But you get rid of the fucking all these drugs and shit that's coming out. And I'm not saying it as like a liberal. I'm just saying, you know what? We send our money. What I'm saying is this: if I'm sending money to support somebody, which is basically what we're doing, then I better get something the fuck out of it. You better be my son. I'm not supporting people that don't belong to us. So if we're sending money to fucking Mexico to help them out, then we should be part owners of Mexico. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We got to help some people. Might as well take some shit too.
Right? A little tit for tat. It's like business. Hey, I'm losing money in my business, but you know what? I got this venture. If you give me $100 million, then, I can buy this and then this can go right. Okay, I'll give you $100 million, but I want 10% of your company. It's the same fucking thing. You want money from us? Fine. We'll send you some money, but we now own 10% of fucking Mexico. That's what I'm saying.
It makes you think like why we haven't already done this, because like Canada really doesn't give us any problem.
No, they know better.
Yeah, but Mexico does. Like, why haven't we fucked them up already?
Exactly.
Like they would be so easy to take over, even with the cartels. I think we could fuck them up easily.
I'd be more afraid of fucking like Osama bin Laden's terror group than I would the cartels. I don't know. Maybe they're both on the same level. Who knows? Mike Jones says that's basically what Trump said. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, these dogs are bugging me for food. It's been 3 hours. I'm not tripping yet. You would think after eating this much of this, that's what I mean, drunk. I'm not tripping. I had a whole bunch of magic mushrooms. It's been 3 hours since I ate 4 pieces, and I'm not tripping at all. I'm more focused. My brain is more focused right now. But
I don't know if it's a micro dose or whatever, but like I said, maybe whenever you come to visit or something, or we'll video chat or something like that. But if you take 4 pieces of those fucking polka dots and you don't feel fucking
this one
something very, very different, then I don't think he's going to work on you. You just need to stop worrying about it.
All right, so you think I should take 4 pieces?
Or you go buy another one, you take the whole bar. And now, if you take that whole bar and you don't start calling me talking about fucking pink elephants, like climbing down your chimney that you don't have, yeah, nothing's going to work.
The only thing I worry about, though, is, I worry about taking all this and, my stepdad's here. What if I go into my stepdad's house and start freaking out on him? That's what I'm worried about.
And I think that's kind of what's holding you back on, like, consuming what you need to.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what to expect. And that's very understandable. It is very, very, very scary to trip balls for the first time.
I mean,
I've got plenty of years under me, so I know, like, what I want to do, where I need to be.
All right, well, how about this? So when I come to North Carolina, you get 2 of these bars, and we'll just start out like, on your day off, we'll start out early in the day, and I'll take, every hour I'll take 2 pieces. I'll start out with 4. What'd you say? Take 4 first?
Oh no, I take them all at the same time. I mean, I eat them one at a time, but I eat them like one every.
Well, what do you?
Minute.
So with this one that you say is the knockout, is the strong one, I should take how many to try out?
It depends on where you want to be.
I want to feel like I want my brain to expand. I want the whole feature. You know what I'm talking about? I want to get the mushrooms effect.
Gorilla light type stuff.
I just want to make my mind think stuff that I don't normally think.
Yeah, mushrooms. The mushrooms are going to make you think things that you're Mushrooms are going to make you deal with things in your life that you don't want to deal with.
Okay, well, yeah, I want that. Melissa, I might, I'm going to go to New Orleans no matter what. When I go to Drunk Uncle's house, I'm going to drive, so no matter what.
Like last time I was on mushrooms, I figured out how to be sober. But once the mushrooms wore off, that passion wore away.
I want the psychedelic feeling. I want it to be like, the purple, that's what I want.
You just take as much as I do, and I'll be able to watch over you.
All right, so how about this? So when I come to North Carolina, if I have to send you money for it, I'll send you money for it. We'll get 2 of these bars. Taiho will be with us, and Donnie will be with us. And you and I can...
Is Taiho going to take mushrooms?
No.
No go.
You want Ty to take?
He has to be.
I don't know if he would or not.
You can trust me, Eddie. Somebody back me up in the chat. You do not want somebody else that's completely sober around you while you are tripping ball.
Okay,
that's
well then. So then that night we'll get Ty a hotel, because I don't think Ty would take him. So we'll get Ty a hotel room, and it'll be just you and me at your house right there, and maybe your coworker, Chappie or somebody, and her wife.
Yeah, well, the good things about those is my trip lasted about 2 to 3 hours, and then I had to snap right out of it.
Okay.
Not like back in the day where I was going on a 8-hour ride. You have to sleep it off. Like, you wake up the next day feeling like shit. Like, I don't know what kind of technology they come up with mushrooms, but I tripped for 3 hours, snapped out of it, and felt normal again.
All right, so when I come to your house, this is what we're gonna do. We'll get Ty a hotel room. He can go do his own little thing over there, and you and I, will get high on mushrooms. What's up, Bethany?
Yeah, you just seen him out to get something to eat, pretty much.
Huh?
You don't even have to give him a hotel room. Like I said, it's only going to last about 3 hours.
Yeah, if we send Ty on an excursion, he'll take longer. Just give him my truck and hey, go down to Taco Bell. He'll be down there fighting with the people at Taco Bell. $4.99. No, it should be $4.89. I love you, Ty. And I tell you what, when Ty found out I was feeling depressed and stuff, he came all the way the fuck to my house. He drove to 3 hours to hang out with me and make sure I was okay. Ty is one of my best friends. I love you, Ty, but we have our differences. It's funny.
Because when you're under the influence of mushrooms, did you not ever notice that, like, whenever I was on camera, I was kind of like hiding behind my boxing bag? I didn't even have my grappling dummy then.
Yeah.
I was like hiding behind it and like peeking over.
Yeah.
Because I see, like, you see feelings, I guess. Like, I could look at you and be like, they're judging me. What are they thinking? So you don't want to make eye contact with them.
Yeah.
So no, it's not a good idea to trip for your first time whenever, if you're around someone that's sober. You're going to flip out. Like, what do you think? Why are you thinking that? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh my God.
But Matt Rogers just said something. He's like, Ty's a real talker. So could you imagine, if you get high on mushrooms and just listen to Ty talk? I could probably talk to Ty for hours on mushrooms.
You wouldn't be able to follow the conversation.
I wouldn't? Okay.
From my experience, you would just hear womp, 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 womp.
Really? Like the Charlie Brown teacher?
I mean, you're not going to hear that, but you're not going to be able to process like just somebody talking. Now, if somebody intrigues you with something, you're going to get sucked in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to get sucked in real good.
All right, so
if they're just talking random shit that you don't understand, you're just going to.
Everybody says we need to live stream it. Should we live stream us doing shrooms?
No, because I'd feel obligated to put on a show, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We can maybe film it and put out some highlights, but then again, I may freak out and like kick a camera. Stop watching me.
Yeah, you know what? We could maybe put a camera in the room and just kind of film it, for later on, and we can edit through the good stuff. I mean, I'm on shrooms right now, and nothing's. I took 4 of these, and it says it's 4.5 grams for the whole entire bar. Yeah. Oh no, it's 3.5 grams of magic mushrooms.
I would have taken the whole bar. An eighth is what I used to take whenever I was a youngin'.
And they're still in triangles, folks.
Yeah. But you take all at once. You don't like trickle it because you want that punch.
I'm just afraid because I'm here with my stepdad. What if I go over to my stepdad's house and start freaking him out and his PTSD kicks in, and because of me.
I definitely understand. But some people like to do the micro dosing thing. It like helps with their memory. It helps with their focus, like kind of what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like you take just enough to like.
Well, I've noticed when I take these, like I took some yesterday. I took two triangles yesterday, and I started thinking of stuff more. I'm more focused. It definitely makes me more focused. I can feel the difference, but I don't feel that. Wow, look at the pretty colors, type shit that you would think you would hit.
And it just depends. Some people don't want that, Like I don't want to see the walls melt. That's why I didn't take the whole bar.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to see the walls melt, I took the whole bar.
Hemi says if we focus on if you really want that to happen when you take, it's gonna mess it up and it won't happen. So
yeah, if you think about it too much, like once you forget about it, that's when like my hands started to get darker and they started to look older.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll be at your house in a couple weeks. And if I'm at your house in a couple weeks, then we're going to do one of these whole candy bars. I tell you what though, I'm not going to drive across country with this motherfucker. No, I'm not going to go to where I might have to. If I have to drive to drunk uncle's house, the place I got to go, I am definitely not taking this. Cuz this is legal. I bought this from a legal store. I have a receipt and everything. But where I'm going, it's not legal. Mike Jones says, once I trip a few times, you'll realize shrooms are more laid back. That's what I want. I just want to be calm and cool, not get pissed off at people.
I was scared shitless the first time that I took pretty much everything that I've ever taken. I was scared shitless the first time.
Dude, hey, look what Mike Jones says. Look real quick before I forget. Mike Jones says, hey, Eddie, we can go to the Cherokee Reservation and trip. Because Mike Jones is only like 4 or 5 hours from you, drunk. Do you know where the Cherokee Reservation is?
Yeah, Maggie Valley. Or approximately. I know that's where...
well, hell yeah, let's go do it.
It's like some sort of amusement park. I can't... He probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Some sort of amusement park type thing. I remember I was riding a train whenever I was young. And they had Indians that come on and like train and shit.
Oh, see, though, I don't want to do it. Actually, I don't want to do it out in public because I'll have to have Donnie with me, and I don't want to. You know what? If we're at your house, I know Donnie's in a safe location, but I wouldn't want to do it out in public.
You ain't getting me out in public. We can go to the rest. But no, this ain't going out in public while I'm on mushrooms. You get the fuck out of here with that. Some people like to do that. They like to go hike on trails and shit and be in the woods. Too much random shit in the woods.
Callie says, I probably missed it. Can I post the link to... What link are you asking me to post? I don't know what link you're asking me to post. Mike says, yeah, Maggie Valley. Or are you asking me to post the link about where I bought the shrooms from legally here in California? Let Ty take Donnie. Donnie. You know what? It's funny. When I go around, like, the minute Donnie sees other people, he just like, oh hi. The minute Donnie sees Taiho, he freaks out. He loves Taiho. Donnie is like, I think it's because when we're on vacations, Donnie knows that Taiho's the one that feeds him. Donnie does everything for him. I mean, Ty does everything for Donnie when we're on trips. Well, you saw it. Remember when we were in Vegas? Taiho's like feeding Donnie. Eddie, we need to walk. We need to go clean up Donnie's poop. We need to walk him. The place where I got it from, so it's a church. So you have to become a member of their church, and it's called Zydor in Oakland. It's in a real bad neighborhood. But they have security all the way around. It's You know what? I think we can even look it up online. Let me see. Zydor. Here we go. Let me put it up on the screen for you guys. Yeah, it's legal. In Oakland, it's a legal store.
Had the psychedelic experience. No public, no strangers, comfortable, familiar area.
Uh-huh.
Like, I wouldn't even recommend, like, if you came to my house and we tripped the first night, because you wouldn't be used to my house. You wouldn't be fully comfortable yet with your surroundings.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna stay at your house for like maybe a week almost. I don't know, however long we're gonna stay.
Man, it does get that in depth because, yeah, and like I said, you'll know when you're there.
Yeah.
Like, somebody looks at you weird, and you're like trying to, why are they upset? Did I do something wrong? Is my shirt on backwards? And next thing you know, you're trying to figure out if your shirt's on backwards. Like, why are they looking at me? Like, the tag's not there. Like,
yeah,
like the weird thing, and it throws you off instead of you like actually going through the cool experience.
Yeah. All right. So this place is called Zydor. Is a church in Oakland supporting the safe access and use of entheogenic plants. We follow a non-denominational interfaith religion, the Church of Ambrosia. The theory of religious evolution. So it's called. Our story begins a very long time ago when we were all omnivores. Omnivorous monkeys roaming the plains of Africa. One thing a hunter uses to find prey is their droppings. What grows out of their droppings in Africa happens to be magic mushrooms. Now, if you are a hungry monkey and you find these tasty-looking mushrooms, what would you do? You'd probably try one. Would you eat a small amount of magic mushrooms? You notice a few things. Mainly enhanced vision and hearing. You now see every leaf that moves, every plant you might want to eat, and hear every sound an animal could make. This would be a significant advantage to any hunter. When you eat large amounts of these mushrooms, you see some amazing things that can only be described as spiritual visions. As a monkey who just seen God, you would be compelled to try to explain what you saw to another monkey. Wow. It says, simply put, the religious evolution theory says that magic mushrooms were the reason for the evolution of both abstract human communication and the concept of religion itself. And also, I guess they sell cannabis there too. But I mean, they have a guide. They have a microdosing guide. With normal dosing, you use between 0.5 gram to 1/8 gram. All at once, 1 or 2 times a month. With microdosing, you use anywhere from 1/2 gram to 1/8 gram throughout the month. The difference being with microdosing, you won't have any psychedelic effects. The psychedelic effects began around 0.5 gram. What's that, Drunk?
What? I said 1/8 gram in a month, or 1/8 of an ounce in a month?
1/2 gram to 1/8 gram throughout the month. Yeah. All at once is what they're saying.
No, you read that wrong. 1/2 gram or 1/8, quote unquote, or semicolon, or
they did a
3.5. That's what I take in one dosage.
Oh, 3.5 grams. Okay, so this whole candy bar right here, if I would have taken it, would be 3.5 grams.
Yes.
Okay, so I should have taken this whole thing.
Yeah, that was my normal serving.
Okay, now I get it. So tomorrow, if I want to do something tomorrow, I should do like the rest of the candy bar tomorrow.
You should probably take some time off because you're just going to build up a little tolerance.
Okay.
And I told you that a long time ago.
I know.
You're kind of doing them back to back. Like, if you really want to have the experience, you gotta.
Yeah, I gotcha. So it says, how does microdosing help the spiritual growth? Magic mushrooms allows us to reduce the separation between our body and spirit. The healing effects of mushrooms come from your true self. If you seek to improve focus, which I do, meditation, creativity, mindfulness, energy, or reduce anxiety, depression, stress, microdosing can be a great introduction to the path. So it's supposed to be very helpful to you.
Absolutely.
And like I looked up this one here. All right, let's look it up real quick. Mantra. Let's see. Do they actually have? Like so you could. I mean, this they don't show the prices and stuff on here. I don't think. But you so basically what it is, you become a member. I think it's like $5. You have to go in there, fill out a form, and they're very cool about it. They're very it's just like going into a normal medical marijuana shop or even just a regular marijuana shop in California. Mantra Bar Immortal. So this is what my bar is called, Mantra Bar Immortal. This is the one I'm taking right now. It says this is not from there. This is not their store. This is an online store. Apparently, this thing is $65. I don't know if that's how much I paid for it or not, but it was for 4 bars. I think it was like $145. I think I paid. Immortal embodies some of the most potent natural healing compounds on the earth, the use of which date back to ancient Egyptian culture, who used them to promote health, longevity, connection, and spirit. Chaga and reishi are terms the mushrooms of immortality, due primarily to them being the most incredible antioxidants known to mankind. Antioxidants are good for you, right? You can't trip back to back. I'll waste it. Okay, then I'll wait a little bit. It says the mushrooms of immortality. Let's see. Himalayas has powerful anti-aging properties. Ginkgo biloba, one of the oldest living tree species and the only surviving member of an ancient order of plants, supports cognition and brain activity. So these are all stuff that's in this candy bar that I have. It says, aside from the full-fledged high of eating a number of chocolates, these are helpful for those who are fans of microdosing, as the chocolate hides the fungi flavor. So this is what I have right here.
So it's emphasis on the microdosing.
Yeah, this is all emphasis on microdosing.
Which I don't think that's what you're wanting.
Well, so
I don't know.
Here's what I want.
Everybody wants a different trip.
I want a trip once at least. I want to feel that like out of body trip. Yes. But mostly I want to do it for the medical reasons, where it'll help my focus and help my, I want to be able to think. Like, I want to go edit videos all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Out of body, I've never experienced, but I was recommended that if me personally, if I wanted to do the whole, like, leave the body type stuff, was to take 2 of those polka dot bars.
2 polka dot bars.
30 pieces.
And
he was like, you're going to see things that you wish that you have never seen, but everything that you have fought in yourself, everything that it brings you down, you will be forced to face head on. And I don't know if I want that smoke, honestly. To be forced to, with everything that, that I feel is wrong in my life or that I've done wrong in my life, I don't know if I want that smoke.
Yeah.
But they say it's life-changing. But honestly, I mean, I've done psychedelics for a long time. Woo!
Yeah, let's see. This guy says, I've been reacted negatively to some particular blends of magic mushrooms and chocolates in the past, but this is an absolute delight. Special thanks to customer support for guiding me through this. So they're saying that these are good bars. Some people are saying they're bad. I'm currently getting up from an 8-hour trip exotic experience. Might have an OD a little, but it's only worth it when you guys like this. Please don't take more than 3 bars. This guy ate 3 candy bars. Holy shit.
Candy bars.
Yes. Yeah. This is what, I don't want, like I said, every once in a, when you get drunk, every once in a while you want to just take everything away. I want one of those days to where I can just experience what everybody's experienced. I just want to try it. But on the other hand, mostly I want it for microdosing. I want the focus. Like every time I've taken these so far, I've focused. Like before I would have to do 2 or 3 different things at once. And now, I'm just focused on one thing. That's what I want, and that's what I liked about it. Trip during an ice storm when I took it, ice would melt and it would lift. I would lift my foot, it would freeze back up. That sounds more like an acid trip than a mushroom trip, or are they the same?
It depends. From my experience, the hangover from the acid is a lot more intense. Like, I've only done acid a few times just because I did not like the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was 80 years old. Like, I was in the bed, like, and I think it's a strychnine, the rat poison. But like, my whole body was like crunched in like fetal position. Like, felt like I was 80 years old.
Yeah. Melissa says, I've been in the health since 1989 when I taught aerobics in Tampa Bay. Man, if you teaching aerobics, you must have a tight, firm ass. Oops, sorry, did I say that? Oh, Eddie's a bad person. Oh, yeah, by the way, so I went on the date with this, I guess it was a date. I went to this lady's house the other night, and she fed me just the right enough amount of alcohol to turn Eddie into a horn dog. I'm not saying anything happened. I'm just saying.
No.
Nothing happened, but, you know. Like, I have levels of alcohol.
You're just humping the couch?
No, it wasn't that bad. But I probably, you know, may have said something that I probably shouldn't have here or there, you know, like, check out the ass on you, or, you know, stuff like that. That's she got me to that level of buzzed.
Check out the ass on you, like, I can't see. Can't turn.
Right? Or, like, just, you know, stuff I would have said. You know, just horny Eddie. Nothing happened, though. I don't kiss, even if it did, I don't kiss and tell, but no. Anyways. It's funny, you say, I'm not going to date anybody ever again, and then you go on a date the next day. Okay, motherfucker, you need to turn out that purple light, because for a second there, I was like, hey, wait, did the drugs just kick in? Did the shrooms just kick in?
Oh, I fuck with you.
Oh, we were fucking with you that one time when you were really high.
Well, I know you were. But I knew what to expect, and that's why I had my shield. And that's why I was, like, hiding behind it. And I'd, like, poke up.
Your shield. Anyways, guys. All right. Well, you know what? It's like 8. It's 9:30. I gotta feed the dog. No wonder Donnie has been fucking with me. He's hungry. I'm gonna feed the dogs, and we're gonna get going. Cause you know what this fucker does now? Now I have to feed him twice a day. He wakes me up in the morning, and I'll leave the door open, freezing my ass off so he can go in and out. But no, he's waking me up just so I can feed him again. He has to eat twice a day now. Little asshole. Oh, monster. Yeah, he eats twice a day. Anyways. Alright, guys. Well, we're going to end the show. I'm glad we're back. I finally got my internet back up again. No, I'm not going to be on tomorrow because it's Friday night. I got to watch On Patrol. But we'll be back Monday. And I'm thinking, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see. So I'm still deciding. There is, I think it's called the Walk for Life in San Francisco on, I believe it's on Saturday. So I don't know if I want to go or not. It's for January 21st. What is today? So yeah, it's January 21st. The Walk for Life in San Francisco, reclaiming the life for every generation. I don't know if I want to go.
That's a cancer thing, isn't it? I think I've done that.
No, that's Relay for Life. That's Relay for Life.
Relay for Life.
Yeah. This is, it's Walk for Life. So it's a pro-life thing. It's anti-abortion. It's anti-abortion. Says, this year it might seem as though Walk for Life has entered a new era. The Dobbs decision repealing the atrocity of Roe versus Wade was an answer to our prayers. But as we know, all Dobbs does is return the decision whether or not to protect innocent human life back to the state. So, register. Individual registration. Like, I'm thinking, I really want to go. Let's see. Let me go to the press release. Let's see what it says. 2020 Walk for Life West Coast Draw. That was 2022. Let's go to media. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know if I should go. You think I should go? Do you guys think I should go? It's going to cost me a whole shitload of money. I'm going to have to leave Donnie home. One day until we Walk for Life on January 21st. Event info. Let's go back to event info. So it is.
Film it.
It's at 12:30 in San Francisco, so I'd have to leave here really early. You know, let me see. What is it going to be like Saturday? It's just because Donnie. I'd have to leave Donnie because I'm not going to take him to an event like this because there might be Antifa there. Saturday it's going to be 30 degrees here. That's at night though. 30 to 49 degrees. I just don't like leaving Donnie like that for so long. I really don't. That's the only issue.
We're out of town. You probably need to plan it a little.
Yeah, it's too soon. I would love to go. I think this would be a very good thing to go to, but I don't think I can. Maybe I'll just live stream it that day. I'll restream it from somebody. That's what we'll do. We'll do a restream that day. That's what I'll do instead. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. We're going to say goodnight. And, I haven't even been watching Rumble because I had to click off the screen. Okay, nobody said anything on Rumble. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Catch you all later.